Entering the Mayo Experience.
Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Mayo Experience. Experience.
Welcome to the Pat Mayo Experience. We're here, Cut Sweats Live, U.S. Open, and we got some numbers in play. We got some guys in play, too, some sort of chalkier guys sitting right at that +9 number right now. So looking at data golf, and what do we got here? 86% +8 is the cut. 13.66% +9 is the cut. So you better be praying the wind starts picking up here in a second. And the birdies that keep rolling in, stop. Geoff Fienberg is here with me. How you doing?
I'm hoping for that 13.6%, Pat. Coming in, listening on the radio feed on my way in, they were mentioning how, for the most part, it hasn't been very windy, but the finishing holes, I guess, are playing in a direction that could be more difficult. So 9 and 18 could lead to some cut sweating.
Potentially. 9's looking pretty easy right now.
I'm pretty shocked, based on the conditions, that nobody is flirting with Fleetwood's 66. I would have thought somebody would be flirting with it.
I would think so too, but it's just not happening. It's not out there.
Yeah.
I mean, if these guys start rolling in putts, not everyone can be like Dustin Johnson, who is leading the field in putting and around the green. Currently 87th in approach. So if there is anything like coming back, let's say because right now, I mean, I talked to Cust earlier. He's like,
it's over, right?
He's now made like 8 in U.S. Open picks of who's going to win. Like he cursed poor Russell Henley, and then he made a triple bogey 10 minutes later.
There was a moment that he said Henley is going to be our winner.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
After all, his guys couldn't win. He started putting his curse on everyone else. Now he's on Dustin Johnson, so he's taking the number 1 player in the world
with a
4-stroke lead.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. But if the approach just stays the same and he doesn't lap the field in putting, like he's making every 7-footer. As someone who watched an awful lot of Jon Rahm, who did not make every single 7-footer, there's misses out there, is what I'm saying. And he's making them all.
Yeah. Jon Rahm, I guess.
Sucked. He was awful.
Yeah.
That's all he tied with Keegan, who was also awful.
I guess Sawgrass and Ronaldo weren't kind to Spain today.
No, Shinnecock.
Oh, well, and Spain.
And Spain,
yes.
But not Sawgrass.
Not Sawgrass. I said Sawgrass?
You did.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, Rahm is...
Rahm and Sergio might be going down to Sawgrass right now.
What a disaster. Honestly, and I said it, people called it when I posted it, Rory's kit deserved him to go home early.
Rory's been
ugly, boring, khaki.
I'm curious to see this. And if you're in the chat right now, thank you for coming to Sweat It. We're watching it here. We're probably because the YouTube stream's a bit behind.
We're going to get every Phil shot
of course
coming home he's on the number. Even if he was over, but he's on the number.
He is on the number here. So Phil to get to
even
+7.
to make one, 9 feet. To give him a little bit of wiggle room.
Phil's been putting horrendously as well.
Here's the thing. A lot of people wanting to say it is over, and maybe it is. I mean, Dustin just looks so on point. No, what I want to say is
Phil to +7.
The USGA is going to set it up as hard as possible. He's going to go out in a late tee time tomorrow. So I think I'm with you. To me, it's still far from over because of the setup and how difficult it's played. And you mentioned his approaches. That being said, it's like Happy learned how to putt. So everybody is in big freaking trouble.
Yeah, and it's not like Dustin Johnson is a disastrous putter to begin with. And it's not like Luke List is leading the field in putting. Dustin's a good putter.
And it's on POA. It's his comfort green.
Sure.
So
it's just
he's making trouble.
But this is almost like Jason Day at Wells Fargo, where it's like he's got to miss one of these 9
I guess,
footers eventually,
but it's
right?
like, why?
And he just never did.
But why aren't my KC Fleetwood bets like each ways?
I know. Yeah, that was dumb on my part.
Come on, man.
So what do we do if, let's say, those are the 2 that make the run, which would be fantastic news. Casey and Fleetwood somehow pull within like 1 of Dustin or tie Dustin. Do I immediately just dump on Dustin once I get even money?
I've already been thinking about
what the number needs to be.
What Ricky needs to do on this back 9 in combination with owning Fleetwood, Casey, even threw in a bit of stent. I don't know. I almost might feel like you try to get your money back on Dustin if the rest of it's sitting up, but that's still a time and a place. I don't know. Dustin.
Who is everyone sweating out there? Because we got to get to that too.
I'm sweating the 9s that are in the clubhouse.
Well, I don't think 9.
And I think I'm going to be sweating Grace, who was off to a nice start this morning, Pat. He's going a bit the wrong way.
So the guys that are in at +9 right now, and if people are watching this after the fact, like they did for the Masters, they're like, it's just people talking about their lineups the entire time. That's what this is. We're watching the golf and then talking about it as it goes along. But here's what we're looking at right now. Castro, Grillo. Do you see Glover? He owns the only birdie streak of the tournament, I believe, but he got himself in position to potentially make the cut, which is great news for him and the rest of his weekend. G-Max, C Woo got in at +9. So did Shez Reavy and Braden Thornberry. They're the ones who are in. At +9 right now, and he would need to move up because +8 looks like it's +8 right now is T61. You know that's only going to get worse. +8 looks pretty safe.
So how many guys got to fall back? Like 5 or 6 at this point?
Right now, 1 to get it to +8. No, sorry. Let's see. T76, 15 guys need to drop.
We're screwed.
Well, no, we're not, though, because here are the guys that are still on the course. At +8 right now, if all these guys drop back. How much confidence? Give me a confidence scale on 1 to 10 of these guys.
Lanto Griffin?
No, I'm going to give you these guys. 10 being they're for sure not going to shoot over par from here on out, and 1 being they're definitely going to shoot over par from here on out. Okay, so let's start with Lieutenant Eric Exley.
I don't know.
He has 4 holes left. If he plays them in +1,
he's going to play.
he's definitely going over. Johnny Vegas, he has 6 holes left.
+1.
Okay, Patrick Cantlay has 6 holes left.
He's got to get in. I need Cantlay to stay.
Okay.
He's over-rostered.
Danny Willett.
That would be nice.
I'd like to see him make the cut, but
a couple cuts in a row.
He can make the cut at +9.
Someone just all takes sent my. This guy's a loser. I'm gonna call this guy out right now. Someone just said my pick of Jon Rahm to win the U.S. Open to old takes exposed.
That's me. Me who picked Jon Rahm to win.
No, but so did I. But I'm picking a 50-50 hockey game or something. Like what? Oh man, sick call.
I kind of hope that you get called out and I don't. I'll laugh at that.
One guy. What a loser.
You should just be following Cuss account.
That's like, okay, no. What you do for that is call out the guy that says, like, Christian Hackenberg's going to be amazing.
Well, he might now that he's trying out with the Patriots, but we'll see. So Matthew Wallace is still on the front.
Who does that?
He's still on the front. Who cares? Matthew Wallace is still on the front 9.
This guy's dead to me.
Lanto is still on he's only through 8 holes. Someone named Tom Lewis is only through 8 holes. He's 1 under on the day. And some amateur named Tyler Strafassi. He's also at +8 right now.
Southgate?
No. Not Southgate.
Well, I was just adding to the list. So, yeah, hopefully all these guys. But you said we need 15
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 15. So at +7.
But you're counting on all of them.
They're all going to fall. All of them. Maybe Cantlay can squeak in because he's like the only good player of that bunch. Guys at +7 that we need to fall. Haas, DeChambeau, Chappell. How the hell is Chappell making the cut here, by the way? Couldn't make a cut anywhere else, but he's going to make it to the U.S. Open? Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll fall to +10. Either way, Haas, DeChambeau, Chappell, Phil, Grace, that firefighter dude. Mathieu Pevin is, he only has 2 holes left, but he can go bogey and get out. So there's another 7. So let's say 5 of those guys drop. Now we only need a few more from the next group, the +6s, where you got like Thorborn, Dylon Meyer, Berger, Zach Johnson. I really hope my main man Brendan Steele can make it through, but I mean, it's not the most likely thing in the world, but there's 15, there's 20 names right there that could fall back. And I'm pretty sure that all those guys at +8.
Well, I over-rostered Steele and definitely Steele.
I over-rostered Steele, but Steele's at +6. We can sneak in plus Steele. We're okay.
Yeah. Grillo's a big problem for me.
All right, so who are the guys sweating? Let's see. Will Gregory break +30? Oh, wow, there's lots of this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This guy's sweating Cantlay and Steele.
Yeah, welcome Cantlay and Steele. Oh, Jimmy Walker from the bunker in the fairway.
Eeg, that's 2 eags today for Jimmy Walker.
That's DK points. You know what the great quick side conversation. Because I didn't, you're way more heavily involved into the DraftKings than I am. But week in, week out, when I pick my DraftKings team, and I guess this strategy works more so at the U.S. Open because there are less birdies. But are you picking your DraftKings team based on birdies or like how many birdies you think they're going to make or final positioning?
This week it was positioning. Oh, there's Ricky right there. Ricky was
Do you know what? But I feel like every time I make a DraftKings team, is that dumb of me? I'm always just thinking about final positioning.
I mean, if you ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6
Okay,
in your
yeah,
lineup,
I
you
get
would
it.
win.
But yeah.
But no, because there's always, depending on like the course, like if you were playing like career, like this is a course
Or
where,
even last week, where guys can make a triple, but there's also like crazy
sure,
runs.
that's why guys like Phil, guys like Tony Finau, Rahm is another one. Like they make bogeys, Fowler's another one, but they make so many birdies to go along with it that,
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be even, a birdie and a par, or a birdie and a bogey scores more than just 2 pars do. So you'd want the guy.
Because I was listening to some of Gup's stuff, and he was like stressing, don't think about anything but final positions this week.
This week, yeah.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. And then I'm like, wow, I think I'm always like kind of just stuck on final positions.
But I mean, this is a tough one too. Like Jimmy Walker's going to have an inflated score. Like if Jimmy Walker makes the cut, which it definitely looks like he's going to outscore whatever he finishes.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's hard to predict.
the guys at even par might not have the same points as Jimmy.
Sure,
is what
but
you're saying.
but the whole thing is you can't predict the guy who's going to chip in from the bunker from 150 yards out.
Pretty cool game.
Yeah, but that's why you don't go with that.
Yeah. You think Francesa could invent it?
Potentially, that was pretty funny actually.
That got me good. That made me angry.
Why is everything making you angry? Why are you so
No,
triggered?
that made me angry because this is New York City. This is like the drive time flagship show, and someone who's that out of touch can be the voice of like New York sports.
Isn't that like his whole shtick?
I don't know. But I guess people explain it to me. Anyone that would notice he's out of touch is listening to someone else's podcast or something.
Yeah.
Well, like your 70-year-old dentist is listening to Francesa.
Oh, actually, it just recently made a birdie too to get back to plus.
So that's
8.
how it was explained to me, but that triggered me so much.
You're just triggered all over the place these days.
No, well that... Oh, no, I'm not.
You're worse than me in the live chat, getting triggered by everyone.
I'm okay.
What have you made of the coverage so far?
I thought yesterday was quite deplorable in the afternoon. There were so many guys. I'm interested in Byung Hun Han. I'm interested in Barn Rat. And yesterday...
if we're seeing Matthew Fitzpatrick, this is close. By the way, this is either in or 10 feet.
A foot.
It's a foot.
Less.
But this was happening with Fleetwood too. Like I tweeted about this earlier, where it was basically if they're going to show Fleetwood, he's going to be making a 60-foot bomb or he's missing a short putt.
Well, now hopefully
And then he missed a short putt.
Yeah. Here's Rosie for par. People probably already seen it, but
But this is the thing though. Like every putt Dustin had from this range was just in the middle of the hole. Now if that goes, he's not going to lose. He's going to win by 10.
Here's the thing: as everyone, we mentioned it last week for the most part, Pat,
And he makes it.
is Dustin's MO isn't like we saw last year when he ran 3 off in a row, big tournaments. Right?
Riviera, WGC, WGC.
When he gets hot, like it doesn't just like when he does what he did last week, that doesn't usually just like disappear.
True.
He usually runs it. He usually runs train on it for a little bit.
Then what happened to him at the beginning of the year when he won and then didn't win again?
He was close. That's a problem. He lost to TPJ and it felt weird.
Well, he can be as close as he wants this time
For
around.
par. Go
You go away,
away,
Spieth.
go away.
Just withdraw.
Go
Withdraw
away.
right now.
I'll say this though: if Spieth makes the cut, you gotta own him in weekend golf.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
he'll do what he did at the Like honestly, he'll get like as close as the Masters, but no pressure. Jordan's the best.
What was I gonna say? After the AM, remember we were talking about like the big win stacks and stuff like that. I played 25 DraftKings lives. I'm actually not doing horrible in DraftKings, despite
Neither
the fact
am I.
that
Rom just killed.
Rom killed 44% of my
But
lives.
what 5 for 6 might make me.
I think that
right?
5 for 6 will.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
For a lot of lineups.
I
I'm
need
fine.
Knox, Rogers, and Steele to hold on here.
Where's Rogers?
Rogers is +5. He was
Hold
bogey.
it.
He was like +6 through 6. Then he made.
Phil to catch a streak.
Oh
eh?
yeah, no. Rogers is +6. He just made bogey actually. He's got 9 left. I need him to hold on, unless he wants to be the guy to.
Wow.
Phil yesterday, one of the last in the field in putting.
Tiger.
Oh, but anyway, back to the AM/PM wave. The AM/PM wave is playing almost 2 strokes better than the PM/AM wave. So if you
start again, say that one more time.
The only guy, like you're missing some of the top guys, obviously, because Dustin Johnson's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of it. Like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like Fleetwood's not a part of that group, but like And that's basically like Stenson's not a part of it, Henley's not a part of it, but
Oh,
like
everyone else is from the other wave.
yeah, like Cabrera Bayo's at +4, that's not bad. But like even,
Everyone knows,
Like, when
watching at home already knows if this Ricky putt dropped. But let's get it, Rick.
so you can just be.
Come on, this is Phillip. It's 3rd and 12.
I kind of want to get one of those Puma hats with the P on it. I'll call it a Pat Mayo hat.
I got a green and white one. Too far outside.
Yeah, so the guys from the morning wave near the top, obviously DJ, Fleetwood, Stenson, Henley, Cabrera Bayo. Noren's just kind of kicking,
He's
by the way.
kicking, but is he
+4.
doing what needs to be done?
He's there. That's the thing. Like, okay, put it this way.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
I'm
like
ju-
your final position weekend DraftKings or
No,
winning the tournament?
I'm talking about
because
winning.
those are two separate
I'm
conversations.
talking about winning the tournament. Now,
Fine, he's
Rory,
there.
+14. Get
Heck.
in. Rory! Here comes the charge right now for Rory. He's going to birdie 6 in a row. All of this is predicated on Dustin coming back to the pack. So let's say Dustin goes out and shoots 76 tomorrow. If you don't think that's possible, remember when he couldn't lose the British Open at St. Andrews?
He lost to Ted Potter.
It can happen.
Oh, well, no, that was different, though. That was a lot bunched up to St. Andrews. But yeah, no,
But
that's
that was declared over after 36
But-
holes. DJ is running away
and
with
that
this.
kind of also goes to my point in this guy that they just showed on the screen, little peanut Mike Davis, is going to set it up hard. And if it gets really windy for those late guys tomorrow, the guys in that Alex Noren range can
Yeah, I'm
get
thinking
in
right
there.
now,
But
like,
the problem with DJ is the guys that are closest to him
are good.
Well, no, not that they're good.
They are good.
Well,
Rose
it's
is
obvious
there,
that they're
Fleetwood's
good.
there, Stenson's
My
there,
point is,
Casey's
those
there, Ricky's
essentially
there.
right now, those guys are going to go out at the same time as him.
Sure. But
So he's not.
Yeah, but he's not. Just because it's tough conditions doesn't mean one of those guys can't have a good round and DJ has a bad round.
Absolutely. One Brant Snedeker, Torrey Pines round, and you can win this golf tournament.
So what I'm saying is the guy's at +4. So at +4 right now, good to see Beef. The Beef coming through. I have him too. I need him.
You
to
know,
make
if
the
he
cut.
wins, there's free sandwiches.
From Arby's.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Probably not in Canada, though, because we're
So like for everyone from the +4 guys: Knox, Beef, Hatton, Reed, Walker, Duffner, Thomas, Perez, Furyk, Noren, Cabrera Bayo. Fitzpatrick's at +3. Like Brooks is at +3 now. Herman's at +3. You see this Mickey Demorat guy?
Tell me about him.
He took I believe he's an amateur, maybe he's not, but he took a 2-stroke penalty for playing the wrong ball yesterday. He's +2 overall.
Played the wrong ball.
Like CH3's there, Ricky. Like as much as people want to like discredit how like crappy this is played the entire way because it's been so difficult, it's really separated the really good guys.
Yeah,
Like when you look at the top of this leaderboard, there are very few scrubs.
I would agree. I made 2 head-to-head. Well, I got a big head-to-head on the afternoon, Ricky versus Hideki, because I lost on a Morocco draw no bet. That should have drawn, but whatever. So I was tilted, and I bet Ricky versus Hideki today, but I'm going to split these.
Are they showing like 3 shots per commercial break here? Like what's going on?
I picked on Rory, but one of them backfired, because I did Ricky versus Rory for the week, and I did Rom versus Rory for the week.
I only
so
have
those are going to split.
So someone hit me with this
I thought
yesterday.
picking on Rory was the right strategy, which evidently seemed correct.
Can we talk about how wrong I was on Rom? +15. That's impressive. Like that's impressively bad.
Here's the thing.
He's losing to Garrett Rank at the moment.
It's very painful from a DraftKings perspective, but the outright thing I can just shake off because that's just like missing the cut by 1.
Yeah, there's no difference between
and with
coming
Rom,
30th
I
and
get
missing
it.
the
Like
cut. It is hurting me in DraftKings.
you bet it.
If Rom had made the cut, I would be 6-6 almost everywhere.
If you bet Rom, like it's just the fine. I don't know. Everyone's gonna say some can't win. So I'll bet him next time it's going to be tough and people think he's going to suck.
Sure,
I don't
and
know.
listen,
I'll go back to the
This
well.
is going to keep, and he ended up with a lot of ownership in DraftKings as well. But this is going to keep, like, well, what if it's windy at Karnowski? We can't take Rom. Like, it's going to be one of those. It was like how Dustin Johnson couldn't win a major until he won a major. Now he can't lose a major. You know what I mean? So, but Rom just played, and him and Sergio, I think they kind of knew they weren't making the cut on the back 9, and we're just like, let's get out of here. Let's go watch Spain play soccer.
But Rafa kind of held his own with those guys.
Yeah, but Rafa was in it though. Like Rafa was just like around even. Like these guys were like +12.
So do you think they were backstopping for Rafa and shit?
Potentially. If it was me and you playing and I was missing the cut, I would.
Yeah.
I'd be a good man like Jimmy Walker.
And then they got wasted to watch the soccer game, I'm sure.
So like, let's get off the course here and let's do whatever. Let's not burn too many
They're
calories.
going to Russia for the World Cup now.
So that
Probably
sucked. Making those because someone tweeted me yesterday after Piercy hit first round leader. It was a 4-way split, but he was 175 to 1, so that works out. So he paid 44 to 1 on the outright first round leader and 44 to 1 on the full each way, which was really nice. And someone said, hey, it paid for my week. That's good. And it would have paid for my week, except I made those stupid Keegan bets with Raza and Leone. So I owe them $200. So I need Casey to beat Phil. I only made one head-to-head tournament bet this week, and it's Casey over Phil. So I just want to see Phil miss the cut.
Yeah, that's a
Like, I
problem.
don't need Phil sneaking in and then, like, shooting 66 and
Well,
Casey
don't worry.
implodes.
You'll see every shot of it.
At least it'll be early.
You'll see every shot of it. No, Phil's making a move right now.
If Casey can somehow beat Phil...
Brooks to get another one.
All right, here we go. I think he may have already made it.
No, you said he was at 3 last time you opened your mouth.
Oh, is that okay?
Yeah.
Because the U.S. Open shot tracker for the app has been way ahead of coverage.
I don't like...
They're not showing this live. They're showing it like on 5-minute delay.
I'll say this right now.
Oh, birdie streak for Brooks. I didn't even notice that.
I'm sure the money's nice. These Nike kits, everyone's like wearing the same thing. I don't like it anymore. I don't like it.
Well, I kept thinking Rafa was Ricky. By the way, Rafa is stylish Ricky, is who he is.
A little
Like,
bit.
Ricky just kind of looks like a
Come
goof
on,
half the
Ricky,
time.
par 3. He's little, he's cute, but he packs a lot of punch, this Fowler.
What's been your favorite hole so far? And I'll throw that out there to the chat, too.
Oh, stop! Let's hit it.
That would have been a good shot yesterday, too. What's been your favorite hole? And to the people out there, what's been your favorite hole to watch? Like, the most... Like, that stupid par 5 on the front is easy, and you got to make birdie, but, like, it's not a fun hole. I like that par 3, number 11. I really like it.
Yeah. Even the other par 3, the early one. Is it 3? No, it might be number 2, actually. So really long one, man. Like, I'd be hitting driver into these par 3s, I'll tell you.
My driver might not even get there.
Yeah. Charlie, always doing Charlie things. Not that anyone cares. Just remind me, what's next week?
Travelers, isn't it?
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
It is?
It is. Any questions? I feel like we've been ignoring questions.
No, it's just like one guy who's like telling me to pull down my shirt, but he's probably just sexually attracted to me, and he just can't take his hair.
I'll tell you
already
this,
had a
the
beat, can't get
humid
it going again.
temperatures outside and in here make my hair just get frizzy and impossible. So
You need that conditioner to keep your hair down.
no, it's warm in here. It's warm outside.
Oh, you're getting a coffee? Can you grab me a coffee, please?
Yeah, I'll have a coffee.
I'll take a coffee.
Yeah. Sure, I'll need one of your cups.
Let's see here. Sharma's playing well.
Okay.
I want to check in on the strokes gained numbers. One of my favorite parts of fantasynational.com. Who's been the best? Haotong, number 1 in approaches overall. Stenson, Rose, T. Dunks, Steele. Man, if Steele could putt. The best guy on the course, like in all 3 facets, tee to green, but can't putt, is Duffner.
Oh my God! Did you see the shorty?
Oh yeah,
Like 4 or 5 of them,
Duffner is 143rd in putting, but he's 18th off the tee, 6th in approach, and 9th from around the greens.
So he's 6th in approaches, but what on the greens?
143rd.
And Dustin is 84th in approaches and 1st on the greens.
Yeah. There's
Unbelievable.
It is always good to be a better putter. Yeah, you know who did make the cut? Ross Fisher.
That's all right.
And he did it by being the 154th of 156th player in the field putting.
Is Fertelli in the cut line?
He was. I think he's since ejected. Let's see, where's that South African flag at? No, Charles, he's probably done. He's at plus 11 now. I didn't even see Fertelli's at plus 14 all of a sudden.
Oy.
He's made 4 consecutive bogeys. That would be one.
That'll do it.
All right, let's check in to see how the cuts are doing.
Oh!
What?
Can Rory get to Rahm? He could.
How's your coffee done?
He's got to drop 2 more.
I need one.
You need to top up?
Yeah, I need a top up, please.
Rahm needs 2 more. Rory can drop 2 more shots when he stops caring, which I assume he has.
Well, he just made birdie as we watch.
Oh, yeah, that kills me.
So you have a Rahm versus Rory bet?
It's Rahm versus Rory and Ricky versus Rory. 2 sizable head-to-heads. I thought I'd just pick on Rory with 2 guys in that range. But I didn't do Tiger versus Rory. So I was afraid of Tiger. He should have done that.
Yeah. Were you afraid of Rory or were you afraid of Tiger?
I was afraid of Rory because my strategy was to pick on Rory, but I thought Tiger could get ejected just as easily. Seemed to have happened.
Who are the guys for?
When's the next time Tiger's going to play?
I don't know. British Open.
No way.
What are the big tournaments in between the next 3 weeks?
Oh, I forgot it's just 3 weeks. You could be right.
Well, it's like 5 weeks, but I don't think there's a big one.
Greenbrier? He's not going to go there.
Greenbrier.
I don't even
He
know
might
if
play.
that's-
Who knows? Who knows with the schedule that he's picking?
He's not going to John Deere.
No.
He's not going to play the Scottish.
Maybe he'll do something like that.
The Scottish.
Maybe he'll play the Irish or the Scottish.
More likely the Irish because it's the week before the Scottish,
Yeah, it's
right?
the 2 weeks before.
That's the one Rom just annihilated.
Yeah, he demolished
last year.
everyone last year. Maybe he'll go do it again.
Let's see. I know we're boring.
We're watching
Travelers.
the golf. It's on, every time it's just on commercial the entire
No,
time.
won't he play Quicken Loans?
Oh yeah, he'll play Quicken Loans for sure. You are correct on that. Let me bring up. For whatever reason, I didn't have the.
Yeah, he'll play Quicken Loans.
I'll bring this up. The cut's at +8 right now.
What's the data got? What's the math on that still?
The math?
Yeah.
Let's refresh the page. 96%. It was at 98% +8. Now it's 97% +8. +7 is back on the board though at 0.1%. So the +9s are done, essentially, is what they're telling us. Sorry, Emiliano Grillo and Siwoo. It was a nice run. Oh, good. We can stream the Spieth group and the Fowler group, which actually we can get some Hideki shots in there, so that's not terrible. We'll get the featured holes on the go too. But if we do this, then I can't see the YouTube chat, which is tough.
Yeah, but here's the problem. I'll tell you. I'm about to be annoyed. Yeah, Fowler didn't hit that freaking putt on 11. Fowler didn't hit that putt on 11, so he's missing some birdie chances now, which is annoying.
This guy says, paid for my week equals you hit something and still didn't profit. Lol. Yeah, I played a whole bunch of stuff. It was a first round later bet. Oh, this is the guy that Paul pointed out to me. He loves to negatively comment on all the shows, but I watch every episode. And he clearly has a fake picture of himself in there. Nice. Must be fun to be on the internet. Lanto Griffin. There's nothing really going on in here.
They're not showing many freaking shots.
No, not at all. What? I like that the Mike Davis thing kept coming on. He's like, well, everything is going to be presented towards the end without commercial interruption because of Rolex. But then, like, he's taking up 3 minutes telling us about this. So just show me a Rolex commercial. It's probably better produced. Then we got Hideki on the tee.
Yeah, tee on 12. I don't even know where Ricky's tee shot went there.
Well, it's because we weren't watching. We just brought it up. What's he at? +6?
Yeah.
I have some lineups that could use him to make the cut here. Spieth for birdie.
Hideki's been playing fine. He got a really bad break on, I want to say 7.
What
Ended
happened?
up costing him bogey. Him and Fowler were in the exact same spot, just on the fringe. And Hideki's was like in a depression, so he had to chip it. And Fowler could putt it, and Pat Fowler putted it in from like 15 feet. And Hideki made a bogey because he could only get it to like 9 feet.
All right, Hal's got a birdie putt here to get to +1. Oh, we have one.
Sneaky little play. What was his price? I didn't roster him at.
He was 67.
Sneaky is.
I was on him
sneaky
and
effort.
when I first released my like initial impressions.
Yeah.
He and Woodland were both on the list. I took them both off and I switched to different shares in Knox and Rogers. I played some Scott Stallings, which is just a horrendous decision.
You played some Luke List. This was the.
Oh yeah, I played some
Missed.
Lucas for sure.
The other one he powered hard. This one.
So we got one.
Come on, Rick.
We got a dropper, by the way. Lanto has dropped, as has Danny Willett.
Shame.
So they're now at +9. Still not looking great. We still need 13 people to go.
A rose on that the easiest hole in the course.
Would you prefer someone gets competitive with DJ here and gets like -2 or something like that, or would you prefer him to have the 4-stroke? What do you think is the easiest for him to come back? Him kind of sleeping on a 4-stroke lead that he can kind of take a cash, or do you want someone pressing him?
4-stroke lead. 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 No, I wouldn't mind. I want one of my guys to be the one that can maybe
Me
stare
too, but
him
if that's...
down. No, I think the
we-
4-stroke lead. But he could go out with Rose, who's like 3 back. That would maybe be ideal. And hopefully they both give a little back.
He gives him back.
Rose is going to have an eagle putt on 5 coming up.
And we got Phil for par. Powering it in. Phil's putting much better today.
I need like a Ricky Masters weekend, 65, 67. Right? Right.
Like, the one thing I don't understand about this coverage, and maybe most people are like cussed. Oh, there's audio difficulties, apparently, according to this. We're watching it without the sound. But,
So good. People should be watching it with us.
with us, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you watch it with us anyway? Just hang
Maybe
here.
Poulter be a good guy to go out with Dustin.
Listen, if none of my guys can win, I kind of want to see Poulter win.
I'll be with you for that. Charlie Hoffman.
Yeah. Like, if it's not going to be one of my guys,
Piercy's about to go backwards 1.
Here's a question for you. Thoughts on Fleetwood, 17-1? I don't know if I'd touch it 17-1.
I don't know.
That seems short.
Jeez. I don't know. That's a fence-sitting comment, but I don't have a clue. I'll say this. If Dustin's not going to win, I like him as much as anybody standing.
I mean, he did run down DJ in Abu Dhabi 2 years ago. He ran in windy conditions. He ran down Rory in windy conditions at Abu Dhabi this year.
If it's not going to be Dustin, to me, he's got just as good of a chance, and people will laugh at it, as Rose. But Rose could finish the day at 2 under. Even better, maybe.
Oh, don't forget, we have Matthew Fitzpatrick on the course right now. This is for par. He's at +3.
He's hitting it.
Of course he is, because they're showing him. So he's
But he's at +3. He's deserving some love.
Yeah, no, he's at +3. I'm talking about guys who could be at +9 by the end of the round. Matthew Fitzpatrick.
If Rose Burt gets one more back on, he'd be at 3 under for the day or 2 under for the day.
Rose?
Yeah, if
he was +1 yesterday.
so just 2.
Again,
I'm really surprised nobody is flirting. This is the eagle putt for Rose, and this could change if it drops. So I'm surprised nobody's flirting with the Fleetwood 66.
Tommy's too good. Tommy missed some shorties too. It's a good looking putt. Tap it in. The hell was I gonna say? The coverage. And now we're seeing Brian Harmon for some reason. But in? Think it's in?
No, we've been seeing a bit of Harmon.
Think it's in? Oh. They're just showing us what they're showing us on the internet. Now, is this because people can't use the internet?
But are we on the right thing right now? Because hasn't the main coverage started?
Yeah, this is the main coverage, man.
Like, we're at 4 o'clock. Yeah, they came on at 4.
No, the main coverage came on at 1.
Is Casey going backwards? We haven't seen a Casey shot in
Because they don't show. It was like Fleetwood was making a run and they wouldn't show him.
This must be going in. Scrivener.
He's right on the. He's someone we need to move back. Oh my God.
He's about to make one.
He's about to go to +7. It's back to back for Scrivener. Colonel B the Scrivener. Paul Casey's just -1 for the day, +2 overall. He is on the fairway on that super long number 14. Yeah, so all they're really showing is they have the dedicated Spieth, Rory, Phil feed on usopen.com, and then they have the other main group feed, but they're basically just only showing us those 6 guys.
Yes, I would agree. I noticed that earlier as well.
They're really not doing themselves a solid here.
This is a birdie for Poulter.
I guess they just assume that people aren't watching it on the internet. And if you're just someone who's not going to be watching it on, the problem is if you're doing it this way and you're only showing the featured groups as a part of your main coverage, give us a different feature group. Does that make sense? If you're someone who's going to be streaming it on the site anyway or off the app, that's in.
You're right. They are really doing a disservice to the person that wants to watch everything.
Yeah. So Bill Haas for birdie on the 11th.
I would prefer Poulter staring. I don't know. Poulter DJ would
And he
be
missed.
funny tomorrow.
You think so?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather that than Rose. Let Rose go off with Hoffman or someone else, or even let Hoffman follow. Stenson could be sneaky.
Yeah, Stenson's right there.
If Fleetwood pays 17-1 live, what's Stenson 12? I don't want to bet it, but
I would guess that he has better odds. I mean,
what are they giving Dustin? 150 minus right now?
He was -150 when I saw it earlier. -120.
Yeah, because they think someone could get two back.
So the updated odds right now: Dustin -120, Rose 4-1, Stenson 12-1, Poulter 12-1, Ricky 14, Fleetwood 16, Casey 28, Brooks 33. Hoffman at 40 isn't ridiculous.
Tomorrow
he's at least close. Not that he's going to win.
On the weekend reset, do you think it's probably too early for them to have that line like everyone but DJ?
Yeah, it's way too early.
But tonight, do you think they would, or they'll just wait for Sunday for something like that?
He's winning by 3 now? Like, he's not winning by 10 at a course where everyone's like 15 over par. Let's see here. End of round leader. We can bet Dustin Johnson at -25,000. How many holes does Poulter have left here?
He's 5. Go 3 under.
He
has a par 5 coming up too.
Is he on the? Oh, he's on the.
No, he's gonna play that par 5 that Rose just
par
birdied.
5. You want to get in on this?
No.
He needs to go 3 under over the final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holes, assuming he makes birdie, which he didn't yesterday. Oh, no, he did. Sorry. On number 5, could he find 2 more and tie this? Nah, it's not worth it. What about Charlie? Where's Charlie at here?
Charlie missed a shorty for birdie on the 5th. He's going to be on the back 9 now.
Yeah, he's on number 12. No, I didn't realize he was +1. Nah, he's not picking up 5 shots.
This is embarrassing, all these commercials.
Yeah, it's really bad. Do you think they're switching it out? Did you see yesterday? Who were they interviewing? And what's the Irish dude's name? Who does
Lowry?
No, who does the commentary? Sean what's his face?
You interviewed him.
No, I interviewed Shane Bacon. He's not Irish.
What is he?
American?
I'm thinking of then I'm mixing it up. But Neil O'Howland or something?
That doesn't sound anything right to me. Anyway, whatever the British dude's name is, he was interviewing. I want to say it was Russell Henley, and Russell Henley's mic wasn't working.
Yeah, I saw that.
And then he had to put it up to his face, but then he got really rattled and didn't know what to throw to, couldn't remember any of his questions. It's kind of funny.
Who's Loam? Will Grimmer.
Will Grimmer?
Yeah. Do you remember yesterday morning when Uline was winning?
I'll tell you my single favorite moment of the entire week was when everyone was tied at +1. Like List was at -1, Si Woo was at -1. I was like, I'm gonna win so much money this week. It's gonna be amazing. And then like 20 minutes later, they're just gone.
Well, that's kind of what's been happening to everybody but Dustin.
Yeah, it even happened to Henley. Oh, Rose got it to -1.
Yeah, we saw him miss
that's
the
right.
eagle.
We didn't see the tap in though.
Fair.
No one is at even currently. So Rose and Poulter just 3 back.
Ricky just missed another 10 freaking footer, man.
10-footers are tough.
I know,
Unless you're
but
Dustin
he's
Johnson
got
who makes them all.
3 in a row. He could have given me one of them. I'd love an ejection drive here. Would help my.
So what's Rahm at +15? Rory's at +13.
Yeah.
I mean, if Rory's not going to rally,
Oh, he's going for it.
he better go for it. He's +13.
This is good.
I don't think he likes it.
No, it's fine. He's trying to drive it in 1. He's watching it intently, but it's not
Oh,
bad. Yeah,
that's actually a good spot.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
Bubba tried to do it and ended up in the fescue, and I think he bogeyed the hole.
That's an incredibly small landing area. Jeez.
Grayson Cantlay got one back.
Man.
+8's not. I mean, +8's the heavy favorite here, but plus these guys, this plays easy.
Hit them! Wearing a Puma shirt, too.
Oh. Brendan Steele, back-to-back birdies.
Good.
Got it back to +4. Now he's in that range. Trying to think of like what makes me like a decent-sized winner this week. If he somehow ends up inside the top 8 by the end of the week.
Well,
He was 200-1 overall, so his 1/5 pays, I'm bad at math, 40-1. That would be nice. Cabrera Bayo's still there. Yeah, like some of these Euros, like I didn't even check what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. I should probably do that.
Oh, here's the steel birdie you speak of.
Well, it's good. This probably happened 20 minutes ago. The live, I'm using too much streaming power. 98% +8 is the cut. It's still more likely +9 is, oh, Jesus, Brooks. Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. But not
I was
great.
looking down and I looked up. I thought
I've seen
I thought the ball right in front of me. He put it like 2 feet.
I've seen a lot of guys miss that putt, though. It's about a 9-footer uphill for birdie.
That's the par 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's coming up way short on that.
We're getting
Everyone.
every Fitzpatrick shot.
Well, he's in the mix. Or else he's sticking. Every single one we've seen so far, he's put a foot from the pin. He seems to like this. I would too.
Yeah.
What was I looking at? Weather tomorrow.
A day. A little color.
Yeah, would appreciate Day not making the cut.
Isn't that kind of feeling, well, if he chips this in, he's not making anything. He's got 4 holes left.
Yeah, well, he needs to birdie them all. Or chip this in for eagle. That's a tough putt coming back. But he's kind of the one that we kind of talked about. Like, what if the putting goes away for Jason Day?
Oh, yeah.
And what happened? The putting went away, and
Gone.
it's not that
Gone.
the rest of his game just stayed the same.
Yeah.
And he's +12. Tomorrow, it doesn't look too windy. It gets windy around like 4 o'clock tomorrow. So the leaders have the worst of it tomorrow. So that's not bad news. And then Sunday, the leaders have the worst of it again. It's like dead. So if you're going off around, let's see if we can get the day-to-day on this. Where did I find that? Super forecast for Saturday.
What time do you think the leaders go off tomorrow? 3 o'clock probably. 2:40.
2:40, 2:30, 2:40.
Maybe even later on Sunday, too.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that it's already posted. I just haven't seen it yet. But I would think they'd want to get them out like 20 minutes to 30 minutes earlier than usual because these rounds are taking forever. Forever. I know it speeds up with only 2-man groups, but...
Yeah, but it's that sweet spot. I guess it's more Sunday, that like that dinner time sweet spot.
Yeah, I mean, and you don't have Spieth there to make it like a 20-hour round. Maybe they can set out, if they want to make sure it gets paced right, they can just bring Spieth and Day back for the weekend and just send them out first. So everyone just kind of has to wait and wait and wait and wait. Saturday. So here's what it looks like on Saturday. The guys will be out probably 9 a.m. in the morning, 9, 10 a.m. 5 miles per hour, 3, 2, 2, 5, 7, and then it goes 9, 9, 10, 10, 12. And, I mean, at 6 o'clock, it gets up to like 20 mile per hour gusts. Pretty dead day on Saturday, if that holds up. Although it started to rain this morning and no one had rain in the forecast.
Where,
Rose.
at least for the evening, as it would sit tonight.
Man, Rose is dialed in.
Yeah, he burnt some edges on his first 9 today. So
That's what I noticed with Ricky yesterday, too. Ricky was pretty dialed in yesterday and couldn't
Ricky's
make a
been
putt.
dialed in today. We've just seen it for 3 straight holes.
This is,
Makeable looks.
to talk about St. Andrews, this is shaping up like him at St. Andrews, where I think he led the field in greens and regulation and almost missed the cut.
Where would you, if you were going to invest in maybe a live bet tonight, assuming, what's the farthest back you would really want to
I think that I would...
4 overs?
No, because with the...
You'd go farther back?
The 4 overs, 5 overs, I wonder what Louis is at right now.
Ugh. This is probably an amazing shot.
Yeah, they're showing Louis. It's great.
Out of a hosel? He must have had nothing else to show.
That seems shocking to me.
Yeah.
But if we just go, because you're banking on a Dustin collapse. So if it's a Dustin collapse you're looking at, then you have to think that those guys are back in play. And the guys that are at +1 right now, you're not getting great odds. Dustin's down to -110, by the way. Rose is up to +350.
He's got another birdie luck.
I understand that, but...
And we'll probably know via this if he made it or not before we'll see it on TV.
100%. The chat will probably tell us. It's one of the reasons I haven't really been looking at the chat too much, because you guys are like a minute ahead of us on all the shots that are coming up.
I'd like Brooks to make this. That's center cut.
NYC punter is probably loving it.
Yeah. Although he probably has a huge Dustin play.
I know Gup has... you remember we talked about the Dustin parlay? Gup has the Dustin parlay. It's like 77 to 1.
Good. Hideki's looking at a divot.
don't you quit flipping Hideki here? He needs to make the cut. He's
That's
fine.
fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, what's Hideki looking at a divot means great shot. I've just got a big afternoon head-to-head, and I don't want to lose it, okay?
And what? And it's what? It's Hideki versus who?
Fowler, and I got 2 strokes right now.
Okay. Listen, I'm with you. I'll gladly take Hideki to lose to
Like I
Fowler
said,
today
I made
if
it.
They can just par out.
I made it after I was on tilt because the guy on Morocco scored his own goal in 95th minute. And I'm not... Yeah.
Well, if we take the typical approach of targeting guys that are striking the ball exceptionally well and looking at a lack of putting, the guys that are the worst putters right now, Hoffman and Fleetwood, have been the 2 worst putters of the very best guys, then Fowler, of the guys that are like +1, +2. Then you get into a range like Leishman is interesting.
He's 3 over right now, right?
He's 4 over. Maybe he got to 3.
I think he got to 3.
But he's 100.
He's at 3 over.
He's 144th in putting for the week. He's in the bottom 5 percentile. Also for weekend golf tomorrow.
He missed like a putbacker on the 4th today.
What are Leishman's odds here? Casey's down to 40 to 1. I am assuming he bogeyed.
Yep.
Oh, he double bogeyed. No, he just regular bogeyed. Glad we got to see that. That's nice. Walker, Steele.
Okay, I'm gonna open my DK lineups right now.
You don't want to look at your DK lineups. I'm telling you.
I know they suck, but I just
Leishman's 40 to 1. That's not great.
line.
It's like these books know what they're up to. Who else is putting very poorly? Leishman. Walker is putting awful, but he keeps chipping in, so. Harmon is putting pretty terribly. Steele. Louis. What are Louis' odds?
Fowler, Grace, Fleetwood, Noren, Cantley, Walker. That's a strong lineup, isn't it?
Say that again?
Fowler, Grace, Fleetwood, Noren, Cantley, Walker. I guess I got to watch that Cantley sweat.
Well, he did make a birdie, so that's good news.
I got a few that can flirt with 6 for 6. Oi. I rostered Mackenzie Hughes. Too much Johnny Rahm, boys.
Yeah, too much Johnny Rahm is the story of my week here. I played 25 lineups. I think right now I'm set up for 6 of 6s. So I played enough AM, PM stacks, although Rory sunk 2 of them. But like Piercy's in them and like those idiots. Howtong, -2, made the cut. Good for him.
Oh my God, what a horrible team.
I don't even see Cantley right now.
What a
Oh, there he is. He's
horrible
+7.
team.
So he's got a bogey to play with here coming in. And he has a par 5 left, which you'd hope is par at worst.
Say that one more time about Cantley.
Cantley is +7
Yeah.
on the 15th hole. He has a par 5 left, and he has a bogey to give to make the cut. Well, technically he doesn't have a bogey to give because the cut is still technically at +7 right now. It takes 4 more guys to push it, but that's looking in play. What happened to Snedeker today? Oh, Matthew Pavon almost ended up missing it. Hey, CH3 shot? How close? 5 feet, 10 feet?
This will get him to 1 over, man.
Yeah, but how close is it going to be? Is it in? I don't know.
He
1,
gets to
2
go off.
feet?
He gets to go off with like Fleetwood or Stenson tomorrow at this rate.
What are his odds to win? He's 50 to 1. Ugh.
I didn't enter any Millie Maker. And the way I would have probably rostered Ram means I don't feel that bad. Rory just made a birdie, so that's going to probably ice his head-to-head versus Rahm. Womp womp. He needs, what, a 4 under with 5 holes?
Oh, yeah, with a par 5 in there, maybe he'll just make an albatross, make another one along the way. Whew. Looking good all of a sudden. What's this one here? What's my best lineup? Oh, my best lineup is Ted Pollard.
Charlie Hoffman! In! Woo! That was like from downtown.
Doug Gim for birdie?
That was from downtown. Hoffman, that was like at least 45 feet, maybe more. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Did Rose make that putt, or we don't even know?
Which one?
We just saw him at the hole after he just missed the eagle. We saw him stick it to like 12 feet, 14 feet. Probably not.
He may have not even hit it yet, for one thing. He is... No, yeah, he did make it.
How's Molinari doing?
Molinari's like +7. Better than Keegan is really all that matters to Leone and Raza.
Oh, that's so annoying.
He made the cut. I think he made the cut.
What a loser.
+7, yeah, so he's safe.
When your like best lineup is your like cheapest entry because you just had that much money left in your account, and it's a jabroni tournament.
Yeah, this lineup was looking good till I scrolled down to Ted Potter. Dustin, Rose, Fleetwood, Uline, Rogers, Ted Potter. I don't know why I played Ted Potter. That was another one that was looking good for like 2 hours. Yeah, this not getting to +9 is actually hurt.
I would have really liked the cut to get to +9.
It's not getting to +9.
Which one is the
But that's-
$33 guy?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to find out where my entries are. But I just suck, so don't worry about it.
Grillo at +9 really sunk a lot of people.
Grillo was sinking me.
Is Matt Kuchar at +9?
Dude, somebody just missed Vegas.
That's
Just
Vegas.
missed like a
Hey,
foot.
That helps the +9.
Oh my God, Rom's 70K points are just daggers.
He was +15.
Rom got 70K points for 2 days of work. Fowler, Grace, Fleetwood, Noren, Cantley. That's in a big guy. Walker. I can get 6 for 6 through a big guy. Can make everything happen. But, you know, it's all about weekend finishing position. I don't know. This coverage has been deplorable. They're making it really hard on us.
Well,
As
it's
if-
just commercials.
But as if what we're doing
we're watching it down here now.
As if what we're doing isn't hard enough.
I mean, it's not very hard. I'm
No.
drinking coffee and looking at my phone.
I don't
and
mean
talking
in the
to you.
relative terms of hard, but like they got to give us something to work with.
Is it the British?
Other than it's me just staring at my phone.
Is it the British Open where when they go to commercial, they still keep the live coverage in the little box? That's savvy.
That's ESPN ABC, so they're doing good work.
That's
it seems like
smart stuff.
every major's a different. Who gives us the PGA?
I believe it's CBS. I believe
Yeah,
CBS
so
is
CBS
Masters
and
PGA.
PGA, and then yeah. So NBC gets shut out of majors, but they get every WGC.
No, NBC has the Open Championship. Don't they?
No.
Yeah, ESPN has it for the first 2 days, and NBC has it.
Oh yeah, you're right. I'm just in love with that ESPN coverage, though.
Yeah, well, they have
That
so many
Thursday, Friday.
They have so many platforms. It's like, let's just put it all on.
Is this another one, or is this for par?
Team Puma.
Yeah, come on,
Like,
man.
why not
What
ju-
happened to the other guy, the Jean-T Chapeau?
He's inside the cut line right now.
Oh, this is a far one.
It's for birdie though.
Yeah.
Every time I would see Rom with one of these, it was for double bogey. Actually, it wasn't. It was for par.
Rom's. We'll stop talking about it. Break into the hole. Break into the hole. It's a nice roll, Ricky.
Oh, let's see. Oh, the Beef has got a cut sweat on the go now. He bogeyed 3 holes in a row. Let's do a quick check-in with all these guys. Cantlay has 3 feet for par to stay where he's at. Actually at +7. Actually has 15 yards for... I really wish they wouldn't tell us to it in yards. Just give me the feet.
I noticed that
Ooh,
too.
Poulter for eagle to get within 1.
Yeah, this is the easiest hole in the course. Not that it's taking anything away from Ian.
I mean, you make an eagle, so you're still doing pretty well here.
It's pretty good. Exactly where Rose tapped in from.
That's even closer.
Looking pretty good.
Bryson,
Piercy's in it even. Done.
he's done?
Done. So did he just birdie something at the end?
We saw him make that birdie. He made a birdie. He made the birdie. Actually made a birdie on 9 to finish his day. Nice.
Because a moment ago, no one was at even par.
Oh, Leishman for birdie.
Nope.
Miss.
Ro, this is the putt?
But he's beyond this, isn't he?
No, this was the putt that we were talking about. Oh, another edge burned. That probably happened like 12 minutes ago, but we just saw it. Damn it.
No, that was similar to his other one, I believe.
That was a full hole since?
Potentially.
I don't think so.
Like, it's not good when the featured channels are showing all these shots well before you're showing them.
No, because they're only showing those guys. That's very common with all, like even the Masters. You watching those featured groups, you get it before you're getting it on the big screen.
That guy, what's that guy's name?
What did I said? Hollerin.
You were like, it's like
I said
Reed
Hollerin.
Johnson.
No, I said Hollerin. It's O'Donoghue.
But it's also Shane. Whatever you had for his first name was
But
not
that's
even
why
close.
the other guy got confused. It's Shane Bacon. I knew we were working with Shane.
Shane Bacon's a pretty... That's a name
But
that's
it's
hard to forget.
Shane,
His
I
last name
knew-
is Bacon. Oh, Hideki for birdie.
Ugh, really?
Yeah.
Gross.
Just remember, Hideki sucks at putting. That's not close. Burned it right by.
Sorry, I just don't need the one stroke thing. Two's a bit of a cushion.
That's what you got with Cantley. You got the one stroke.
No, I mean for the bet.
Oh, yeah. The Scrivener.
Stupid Morocco. Sorry.
What are you betting on World Cup for?
Someone says Iran can't score.
Yeah, do you know who said that? Tim Andercuss.
I wasn't following Tim. Technically, they didn't score.
You got an own go. Does that count towards the guy's golden boot
No,
chances?
they give it to the other guy.
Yeah, they give
Just
it to...
as an OG, as an own goal.
He's an OG?
Well, yeah, Hideki's running to the pisser, I think. I was expecting more from Fox.
Yeah, I really
I
like
thought last year I was giving them props. I was expecting more. I'm really not liking it. Not impressed. Is this Schwartzel or Howell?
I'm not sure. If it goes in, I hope it's Schwartzel. It did. I think that is Howell.
Or is that the putt that... I don't know. They're both PSG slender. I think it was Schwartzel, but why would we be watching Schwartzel do anything?
That's the 7, 9, and 11 feed. So that's the only feed where you actually get to see people.
So Rose has 3 holes left.
Mm-hmm.
You were making that joke before about Poulter to be the leader.
Yeah, but Rose was still like 25 to 1 or something.
Well, because Poulter had the par 5 left. That was like giving the stroke.
But Poulter was paying double.
Yes, with a par 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Rose just went really long. That's going to be a tough up and down on 7.
Who had one there earlier? Benny Ann. Benny Ann stuck it to like 8 feet, then missed the putt coming back down the hill. You want to leave yourself, it's tough to leave it short. There, you do want to leave it short and underneath the hole. And people are at least making it. Although this is also the hole where people keep missing 2 foot
If Dustin does win, like the moment he put a fucking foot, sorry, he screwed everybody.
Was?
Not screwed. The moment of pure dominance for me for the whole week would be that Poa putt on. Well, they're all Poa putts. That 40-foot glass sideways one he hit.
What about when the guy stepped on his ball so he got to take a free drop? Like that. I mean, he avoided that. That could have been a disaster hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess better to be lucky than good. He
Yeah.
doesn't need any luck though. He doesn't need any luck.
Well, sometimes everyone needs luck.
No, I know, but everyone's in trouble if he's getting luck.
Charlie just as dialed in as Rose is with
How
his
many
irons.
holes does he have left? The most.
I don't know. I kind of want to look at it. He's not making 4 birdies here.
No, he's not. But if he makes this one, he'll still have a par 5.
I believe that was Howell that we saw actually.
So Howell's.
I like this commercial with Davis Love, by the way. The Workday commercial.
lot
I've seen it I hated it, and I've seen it so many times this week now that I kind of like it. It's like the Snedeker's just being a goon in the background. He has no lines, he's just there. And the Davis Love is the one they've decided to pump up.
We're getting the full Matthew Fitzpatrick compliment this afternoon on TV.
He's dialed in with the irons too. I mean, there's only so many good shots they can actually show you.
But he has the same score as Casey's at for an hour. You haven't seen any Casey shots.
Because Casey's not sticking them to 10 feet every time.
Yeah, fair. Oh.
Stupid Matthew Fitzpatrick. What's Berger at? I assume Baroff played that head-to-head. Berger was playing all right.
So he was. I just thought. I don't know.
You know who could make the cut here? Sharma.
Good for him.
No buzz for Sharma. You know what I did want to look at? I don't want to take it off the screen, though, is the thing. I'll try to find it on the iPad. I mean, the tablet.
Do you know who's going to make the cut? The cheapest guy in the game, right? Burmeister?
At +8, yeah. I mean, technically right now.
Berger's on the number.
He's at 8.
At 8.
Like, why aren't we seeing more of the, like, good on them showing Jimmy Walker right here, but, like, why aren't we seeing Walker shots?
We just saw one.
Yeah, but, like, that's the first one we've seen since he chipped in from the middle of the fairway. For
That was
eagle.
no doubt Charles Howell, who's now even. He's in one on the round.
He's +1 overall.
One, yeah. I'd really like Ricky to make one. What did Rose do with this chip? A great one? Oh, he's got to hit it.
So, in reflection, the bomber narrative, I feel like, got overplayed a little bit.
Well, because Dustin's just such a complete player.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you were looking for. You were looking for the guys who, like, are, like, whether it's Fleetwood, whether it's Casey, whether it's DJ, whether it's Rose. I mean, these guys are both long and straight. That's what you were hoping for.
Yeah.
That was the ideal situation. But it does seem like the guys that are making the cut are, like, by and large, if you have, like, your bombers with bad accuracy versus just the pure accuracy guys, guys with the good short game. Hell, Bill Haas is inside the cut line right now.
Yeah, and I guess because to your point, like guys like Poulter are having a good week. And if you listen
shot from Rose.
on Golflandia, Raymond Floyd Jr. was on. He was pretty emphatic that the course didn't suit any type of game more than another.
Yeah, but I mean, then what does that do?
I just noticed, like, the accents on my shirt kind of match
Kinda match?
your floral pattern.
Did you go to the Bay as well?
No.
I mean, I think that's why DraftKings likes me from the expense department. I'm still, even though, listen, you get a shirt, I wear it on air. You get to write that stuff off, but like they like that I'm looking out for deals. That's what you want, right? If I was your employee, you'd still want me to get deals on everything, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's good.
You don't care.
I'm
Phil, blow it by. Oh yeah, oh no, that stopped like right on a dime. Damn it, Phil, missed the cut. Fucking Phil.
I'll tell you, Brooks on the live bet might be the most enticing. I don't know what his number is, but of all those guys, like, if he could just fire something real low.
I tried to download the U.S. Open app on this iPad, and
Wouldn't let you?
I can't find it in the Apple Store.
Last year I had that problem, but check U.S. Open Championship.
I'm not looking at the chat because I'm trying to. We had to.
I feel like maybe
resort to streaming
we should
things.
look at the chat.
Oh, that shot from Walker. He's now putting for par on the par 3. That was on a par 3.
Oh.
He's on that one with.
The 7th, the one Rose hit it way past?
Yeah, he's playing with Rose. Golf in play. Brooks is going to be something stupid like 20-1, 28-1.
Yeah, I guess it's his almost flirting his pre-tourney number, right?
Yeah. Fleetwood's 20. Piercy's 33 and he's in. I wish he was someone other than Scott Piercy, but
33 and in.
I forget what the leaderboard was at Oakmont.
What do you mean? Who was there? Shane Lowry.
Shane Lowry, Piercy was there, Furyk was there. Well, obviously Dustin.
No, I'm trying to think,
but
though.
like Rahm did play well at Oakmont, so.
Dustin, Shane Lowry, I just remember. You're right about Piercy.
And Furyk.
I don't remember Furyk.
Oakmont leaderboard. You know what? I'll just use Fantasy National to look it up.
Next year's Pebble?
Yeah.
That's going to be a gong show.
That's going to be awesome. We always talk
What do you think the winning score will be next year?
At Pebble?
Like 9 under?
The last time it was there, I think McDowell won it even. They make it hard.
I guess they have to.
They have to make it hard.
Because it can get, like we see in the Pro-Am, it can get torqued.
But also even at the Pro-Am, like they're not playing Pebble every day. They're playing Spyglass, they're playing Monterey Point, and then they're coming around. I think it's, I mean, I don't think it's the most competitive. Oh, Louis for birdie. It's not the most competitive U.S. Open in terms of like being really super, super tough, but I love West Coast U.S. Opens.
And even if they can't make it tough, you just, as a golf fan, you demand that Pebble gets the respect of still hosting.
I think it's the best one to look at on TV. Like Augusta has a look.
I would say Chambers Bay.
What?
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Am I the only person that enjoyed Chambers Bay?
I liked it because it was on the West Coast, and it was
Yeah.
really late, and we were watching it. Like, my favorite match play, remember they were in San Francisco at, like, Harding Park?
Yeah, that's the one that's across the street from Olympic Club. They're going back there for something.
And it was like, before the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight. Like, people are watching prelims. I'm in the other room watching, like, Casey versus Furyk.
Woodland versus Rory, and Rory blowing him out of the
There's
water.
that Rose Park. Good for you, man.
He's just like Dustin.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's the guy that makes the most 7-foot putts this week is the guy that's going to win, but it's nice to see that he's doing it too.
That one's ahead, too. We saw him. I guess, did Walker make his? Probably not. The other guys are smiling.
No, Walker missed.
Yeah.
I think 2015? 2015, right? No, 2016. I can't
What are
believe
you
it's
looking at?
Trent-
Oakmont?
Yeah. The leaderboard at Oakmont.
Poulter in a tough bunker.
So, at Oakmont, it was Dustin, Lowry, Furyk, Piercy. That was your one and the 4 guys tied for second, or 3 guys tied
And then
for second.
Grace. So Grace is back-to-back T5s, and since then I can't not bet him in U.S. Opens. I should probably stop.
Uh-oh.
Jordan's one off the cut now.
Jordan's one off the
How
cut.
many left? Oh, he's going to get it.
He has 4 left with the par 5, made 2 in a row.
I don't want him to get it.
Who else is there? Zach Johnson. What's Zach
Because
doing?
I have 0 rostered Jordan.
I have 0. I faded. I have no Tiger. I have no Brooks. I have no Spieth, Day, or Fowler.
Do you know I have no Tiger. I have no Rory. I have too much Rom.
Huh, it's funny. Looking back at Oakmont, Steele was 15th at Oakmont.
I made a lot of Stenson ads, though.
Yeah, I had
Which I'm happy
I have
about.
0 Stenson. Stenson was like I had so.
And that was all about his off-the-tee accuracy, just thinking he won't be hitting out of hosels for the second shot. But it seems like the second shot, I don't know, I guess it's not really suiting anybody.
Yeah, all the guys, tops and approach, aren't really doing
Yeah.
anything. It's been mainly like if we sort. Actually, I'll go to the
Like, if I was
It's
creating...
like, if I like, obviously putting's always gonna pop, but like
Ricky's got a 200-plus yard long
just
iron right
look at the ranks and read off those names for me.
Hold on. 200-yard-plus 4-iron. It's a long hole. Be safe.
He's good.
Oh, yeah!
In the hole?
Oh, no, now it's got to stop.
It's fine. He's fine.
I thought it was going to be like to 4 feet. It's more like
So, okay,
14.
here are the leaders right now in,
What a great shot
in
from
strokes
200
gained
yards.
around the green. Strokes gained around the green leaders for the week. DJ, Rose.
Poulter.
Oh, no, it just reset on me.
Hoffman to get to 1 under.
DJ, Rafa, Castro, who's going to miss the cut. Piercy, Hoffman, Zach Johnson, Finau, Hatton, Louis, Duffner, Webb, Furyk, Stricker. That might have been the thing to look at, was the around the green stuff. What are you freaking out about?
I'm just taking in what you got from me. He's in trouble?
I mean, maybe. We'll see. The stance doesn't look great. He's got a Papa squad on the go here. Might be turtle heading.
I saw Leishman hit the most incredible shot from the stance earlier today. It's big. It's that battle to go out with Dustin tomorrow.
I didn't even realize he had gotten it to 2.
Yeah, he almost eagled
Oh,
to
yeah,
3.
that's right.
And that's
That's what he
could have
did.
gone in for the same price.
It's
as Fairden
funny
would
because
say.
yesterday I was sweating because I had Piercy, and then I was like, oh, Piercy got in at 1 under. I was like, now I need no one else to get in at 1 under. And then Poulter just kept sticking everything.
I mean, Dustin was Dustin, but I thought you were gonna get that full. There was a moment yesterday I thought you were gonna worst case 2. No one's gonna go in the afternoon and do that great. And obviously Dustin
and Henley.
be-stored.
And Henley gave it back on 18, which was huge. But it was a nice safety net for the week to get it the first round later. But anyway, yeah, those strokes gained around the green guys. Like everyone inside the top 15 have made the cut or are making the cut except for Roberto Castro and Cole Miller, who I don't know who that is.
I bet you this Bubba shot must be fantastic.
Or they're just out of guys to show. Oh no, it's fantastic. Get into ruin Tim's bet.
Oh yeah.
Get into ruin Tim. Oh. I doubt he bet it anyway. He's
I
a
did
cat.
do a write-up for NBC Sports Washington. One of the things I got right was...
You did a write-up for NBC Sports Washington?
I don't know. Some guy hit me up on Twitter. It was just a bunch of quick hit stuff. But I might have said Rom to win. Don't look at me.
Oh, Tim just texted me, and he said Spieth going to claw this out and make the cut, by the way. So we'll see how that goes for old Jordan.
What's Tim up to?
He's probably doesn't know. I said we might call him, but you're already triggered enough.
No, I'm okay. I'd like to see this guy make his putt. He's already in the cut. Little battle for low am tomorrow. Good for you.
That just moved the cut, too. That moves it back to +7.
Good. If it's not going to get to 9, I don't want it at 8. I want more carnage.
Okay.
For me,
I'm sure there are other people who would disagree with you on that.
But I look, the guys at 8 do nothing for me anyway, so rather get more people's players out. Selfishly, that's where I stand. Everyone's got to think for themselves at this point.
You know what? I'm actually with you. I don't have a single player at +8.
Yeah, so I don't want, why give them a bone? Unless Cantley falls back. Then I want them to stay. But
Bryson's right there. Bryson's playing the power game. He's 1 over for the day. Went bogey, birdie. Holes 11, 12, and 13 has made par ever since. He must be putting like crap. Or he's scrambling like a champion, one of the two.
So, Ricky, I said 14 feet. It's 15 feet. That was a pretty good guess.
Well, you're a liar, is what you're saying.
Yes, that's a pretty good eye.
This guy asked, Rahm's not going to win?
Are we getting any good questions? Or have people stopped asking questions because we're not answering any of them?
Well, we're trying to watch the live feed is the thing, and we can only look at one. I wonder what the live data golf numbers are. Let's check in with that.
What do you think the live Ken Palm DJ win percentage numbers are?
Ken what?
You never followed that on Twitter? I think it's Ken Palm Golf or something.
+8 currently is 99.7% to be the cut. It's unfortunate. I feel like was the Masters Sweat Show, was that
That was boring.
that coming closer? Yeah, but I lost that big bet with stupid Duffner. Now Duffner's playing great. You know who's one name we haven't mentioned yet who's just in at +4? Pat Perez.
Sneaky.
Just been playing like garbage, and then all of a sudden he's right there. Well, Steele's in at 5.
Yeah, I know. I picked Rahm to win. It's an outright bet. Like, what do you want from me?
They want winners, clearly. Watching the wrong people.
I guess. No one's going to be like, nothing. Unless you pick Dustin, everything.
This guy says, why is there a difference in information on the projected cut box saying it's +8, but ESPN is saying it's +7? Because they're saying that what the cut is right now. If the round ended right now and no one else took another shot, it would be +7. Because T61 is +8. But with the way the course is playing, they are projecting at least one person to drop down from that above group. So therefore, like Data Golf says, it's a 99% chance to be +8. I'd go with that. They're usually pretty good at it.
I know, man. Spieth gonna stick this, get to the number.
I like Vince. These rules of the game are annoying. Yeah, no shit. They're awful.
What rules?
They keep cutting to this thing called like rules of the game.
Oh, like the facts and things? Is that what they are?
No, it's not fact.
Spieth.
Oh, Spieth is going to make the cut. You know what I hope happens? He gets to +8, and then for some reason the cut is +7.
Uh-oh. Don't make this. Hideki bought short.
Yeah, when you're playing a head-to-head against Hideki and he's not hitting it to 2 feet, you're usually pretty good. Unless your guy just blows up.
I don't know, I thought it was a pretty square trap bet. Brooks. Oh, for par, yeah. On the par 3. We've seen a lot of guys have trouble here.
Not Brooks.
Not Brooks.
Brooks got the putting going.
Brooks got the 24-inch pythons going.
Is Brooks that jacked, or is he just kind of fat?
I don't think he's fat. There's nothing fat about it! Woo! Well, it's a Rick show. I want one more coming home, Rick.
Okay, you can have one more coming home. Can I get a Hideki one?
Yeah. I got three. Three's a bit of a comfort zone. I need one more coming home. I don't want Rose making any more.
See, this is also a good thing that we weren't paying attention too much to that. I was scrolling up in the chat and wasn't watching it, and people were ruining it for us. I wish YouTube was more live. Like, it says it's live, and clearly we're here talking, and it is recording us and streaming out, but it feels like there's a good 30 seconds on the delay.
And guess what?
What?
As only an American network would, Fowler catapults to the top of the 1-unders.
I don't mind them showing the guys that are still on the course over the guys that have posted.
I agree.
But they're just going, who's the most recognizable name? We'll put
It
them
was
at the top.
bugging me earlier, though, when they weren't giving Fleetwood his love.
So what's +1 right now? T6. Oh, come on, Beef. You got to hold on, buddy. Beef has fallen to +7. Let's give it a check-in with that. The +7 guys who people care about that are still on the course. Oh, Axley. Axley has 2 putts from 60 feet to stay at +7, or else he drops to +8.
Cantley made a birdie. He's at 6 now.
Okay, so Cantley's safe-ish.
Yeah.
Is he done?
Nope.
Oh, Poulter.
Off the tee?
Yeah.
Wow.
Poulter might get there, man.
Poulter?
Spieth, what?
It's a 9-footer.
Yeah, we saw that come
the
up.
approach. It's okay. Thanks for the help.
Are you just sweating Spieth over there?
I just want him gone.
What?
My
No,
lineups are screwed. I want
and you want no elites
Oh, Phil's not missing this cut,
making
man.
that one and done money either. Our boy Paul's got Rose in the one and done, sitting in the top. What place are you in? T10?
right now. I think I'm like 12th or something.
Great.
I can find out.
Casey's now +4. Wish they would just show him make bogeys.
Yeah, that's fine.
So it will now take 71, 2, 71, 70, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take 12 guys to get to +9 right now. Unfortunately, there's only 4 at +8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If everyone who's currently at +7 and +8 drops the required shots to get to +9, +9 is back in play.
I'm not believing in +9.
I mean, you shouldn't.
I am at the point.
I'm telling you the scenario which has to happen for
I'm
that to
just
happen.
telling you. Oh, crap.
What?
I didn't see Woodland there. Maybe I do want the +8s.
How much Woodland do you have?
A couple. He was cheap.
He was cheap.
He was cheap.
Berger is at +7. He just made birdie on that par 5.
Ugh, 9 would be so good.
Beef bogeyed the par 5. Has Phil made a... Phil even.
Hadwin lost to Garrett Rank.
Yeah, I bet him is low Canadian. He was worse Canadian.
No, Rank still got one more hole. They could tie.
What's Mackenzie Hughes doing?
Rank's the referee. Hughes is going to miss the cut, but he's at 11. 11 with one hole left.
So he needs to go really sideways here for Hadwin to have a chance.
You need him to make
a 12?
like an 11 or 12, yeah.
All right, here's Spieth's birdie putt. Well, this will be like 20 minutes.
Ricky would have already teed off, if Leishman's up.
So, Jeff,
Yeah.
I'm 8th.
8th place in the one and done.
One guy ahead of me has DJ, and one guy ahead of me has Rose.
But you
All right.
have Rose.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So if Rose wins, you'd move up
Who else
to...
do the people ahead of you have?
There's some Rom, there's some Rory.
I went with Rom, by the way. I was so happy to see I hadn't used him yet.
Rom
I probably would have used him if I hadn't already. That's how I ended up with Casey.
So we got what? Spieth 6 feet now to
Yeah,
get to the number maybe.
Well, I feel like we should probably put in the earpiece here. If Spieth's gonna make a run at this.
Missed it. Oh,
Nope, made it.
Called that early loser.
+8, 3 consecutive birdie streak for Jordan Spieth.
He's got a par 5 still.
It's a hard par 5. It's not like it's definitely not an auto birdie par 5.
Are we calling this guy?
Oh yeah, we'll call him. I guess.
There's 4 soccer games tomorrow.
Is there 4?
Yeah. I could have been wrong.
I thought there was 3.
Oh, I'm going to bet on the Saskatchewan Roughriders tonight.
Why?
Because?
That's me.
That's you? Can you shoot Tim the link? I can't copy it from my phone.
It's all good.
I can only copy the entire message.
So Spieth has just made back the double, the 6-4 he started the 9 with.
Yeah. Oh, someone's looking for their ball.
Danny.
Danny Willett?
Yeah.
Poor Danny. I don't have him, but it'd be nice to see him make a cut.
Yep.
Is he someone to watch now that he's not hurt anymore?
Not yet. But it was encouraging to see him playing. What was it at the BMW? He's just been playing
Better?
I'm enjoying seeing him maybe just become a run-of-the-mill pro again, is what I'm looking forward to. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because I believe he's below that now. Phil also birdies.
Yeah.
Great little shot for Willett, by the way.
That is a nice shot for Willett.
Oh, he's done. I thought he was closer.
All right. The +8's still not technically in yet. T61 still. Sung Jae Im making a run, though. Get there, Im.
Rose.
Oh, Rose.
Missed a shorty for birdie. Or par.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Tim? You're on the show.
Hooray. I'm just watching the golf. I like y'all.
Like y'all.
You getting fired up for Spieth?
Yes.
Would
Spieth and Phil, they're feeding off of each other's energy.
Would you say that Spieth is a lock to make the cut?
I wouldn't say he's a lock, but I think he is going to make the cut now.
Now, do you think that prediction will be better than any of your World Cup predictions?
Well, I've been predicting half of the scores right.
You haven't picked a winner right yet.
No, I haven't, but that's been
So how are you picking the scores right if you have yet to pick one game correctly?
Well, Saudi Arabia, I thought would score no goals, and they did, and so stuff like that.
You thought it would be a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, so I was half right.
You weren't right whatsoever.
Have you been enjoying it? I forgot how much better Fox is at golf coverage than every other.
It's
network.
horrible. That's all we've been
How
talking
is it
about.
good? They're on.
I mean, they screwed up the audio.
Yeah, I don't care about that. We're not even watching it with sound. They're only showing 4 guys. And they're the same guys that you can watch on the fucking stream.
And they take so many commercials. What, they didn't do a good enough job selling title sponsors?
Well, maybe not, but it's Friday, and at majors, listen, it's a different audience. It's not a normal golf audience at majors. People want to see the golfers they know. That's just how it is.
They want to see Matthew Fitzpatrick, you're saying?
No, they want to see Mickelson. They want to see Spieth. They want to see Rory. They want to see Tiger. That's who they. Oh, nice big putt there from.
Okay, we're gonna have to take you off this. You're ahead of us.
Okay, well I'll just pause it then. How far ahead of you am I?
I'll
Okay,
tell you when
seeing
Poulter hits
he's
his
over it.
putt.
Yeah,
You just hit it.
it's in the hole.
Wow.
Oh, and it's in.
Yeah, so pause. Give us 25. We'll spoil it for you. How about that?
All
Oh,
right,
man,
fine.
we could have made that bet
I know.
20 minutes ago. Because even splitting that would be huge.
Yeah, splitting it would be 25
And splitting
to
it
1.
for Dustin, if you bet it, would be big trouble.
Yeah, real big trouble.
Poulter might stick another one the way he's...
All right, you're probably caught up now, Tim.
Oh,
Okay.
no. Is that a par 5?
Who?
Fowler just went in a bunker.
I think that is.
Poor Fowler cannot make a putt to save his life on this back 9, eh?
Oh, he
I
just
know,
made
he
one.
just made a nice one, but yeah, there've been...
But he missed 4 straight 10-footers that he desperately needed. He needed 1 or 2 of those to drop.
I wish they did, yes.
I have declared this tournament over, but nonetheless, there are still guys who can take a run.
I mean, you declared it over a few times, like when you said that this is Russell Henley's tournament to lose.
How did you
No,
do...
that's not what I said. That was mischaracterized. I said I thought he would be the 36-hole leader.
Why don't you? Yeah, how did that work out for you? He made triple bogey on the next hole.
Well, that's just a coincidence. I can't be
Have you ever thought about just shutting the fuck up and not saying anything?
Jimmy Walker's angry.
I must be at perfect liberty to express my views.
Well, I think that everyone out there right now, if you're watching this, you should definitely go to Twitter and report Tim's account to get him banned from Twitter.
That's terrible advice. Don't
No,
do that.
that's hilarious. Or see if we can work out some sort of restriction where he only gets like 20 characters.
Fine. Listen, I would still be saying the things I'm saying and thinking the things I'm thinking with or without Twitter.
What if you limit him to like 6 tweets a week or something?
Oh, then he would really have to. Yeah, they can only pick 6 things to curse. Oh, T-dunks!
How has the Frenchman been doing, the amateur?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, Mathieu Pavin?
Yeah, he was like +1 or something yesterday.
He's +8 now.
Pardon my ignorance.
T-dunks. So the cut has officially moved. The +8. People are just tanking at the moment. +8 is now T58. +8 is officially the cut for the moment. And +9 is now T73. We only need 13 guys.
So we're at 8 now?
We're at 8. Officially at 8 at the moment.
Shit.
That is where it projects out to, and it has a 99% chance of being the cut.
Tim,
Really? Because Mike Davis was riffing on the air 4 hours ago saying, oh, yeah, +12 is probably the line.
What's your boyfriend, Mike Davis?
No, just I thought it was funny that it was up there and he said that, and I was like, that seems high, and everyone immediately was saying, oh, statistically that can't happen. I was like, that's weird.
So what are you
I mean,
saying? So he just doesn't know.
Oh, yeah. But the wind is laid down, and nobody's making a run here.
Yeah, I've been.
I would wager to say Ian Poulter is making a run here.
No, Tim, I said a couple times, I'm really surprised that nobody has gotten. Well, I guess Poulter might be there now. What's his score for
Poulter's
the day?
2 under for the day. Ricky's
Oh,
2 under
only
for the
two.
day.
I'm surprised
Yeah, like, no
nobody's
one's making
caught
a
Fleetwood.
Like,
yeah.
I guess it's just they have such respect for this course after the way this course beat them up yesterday.
Or it's just hard to make a putt.
Nobody.
Like if Ricky's at -2 for the day, he could be at what, -6?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Oh, Ricky.
And
Oh no, that's gotten a
it's
lot
fine,
better.
man.
Sorry,
You really need to like wait
no.
for the ball to stop before you start freaking out.
we're hold on a second. We're watching on like a feed, like not an authentic. Like it lagged a bit, and it made me like there was a quick lag.
I'm
there.
watching the same thing you are. I didn't see that whatsoever. Oh, there goes Rory.
No, that's Rose.
Oh, that's Rose.
After he missed the short birdie, then he puts it in the
First cut.
In the first
or
cut.
second. Is that second? What are they referring to that as?
first and a half.
It's not the fescue.
It's not the fescue, but it's not. As,
Heather.
Oh, Reed.
what
What's
a,
Reed at?
What a handsome guy.
+6.
Oh, he's gone backwards a bit.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't know. He hasn't been on the broadcast.
The weather tomorrow, is it supposed to be just sunny and really windy?
It doesn't really get windy until like the leaders get on the course.
Yeah, okay, because I was looking at it a little bit, and I was
Sunshine.
like, 28-mile-an-hour wind. That looks like that's probably going to wreak havoc.
Tim, U.S. Open connoisseur, East Coast Open. What time are we teeing off with leaders tomorrow?
Make this beef. Make it. If they're showing him, he's making it for sure.
What time's Dustin's teeing the ground on 1?
I'd imagine he's hitting the ground around 4 o'clock Eastern time.
That could save a couple decent Dustin
You
lineups
think
right
4
there.
o'clock?
I think he'll probably hit the ground at 4
Wow,
o'clock.
that's late. That's about an hour later than I would have guessed.
3:30. These are 6 out. What do you think they're gonna play till 9:30 p.m.?
No, I think the leader. Well, you remember this is a much shorter field to make the cut than most tournaments.
Yeah,
So they start a little late.
but the leaders are going out. It doesn't matter. Whatever time the last guys go out, it's still gonna take time from then.
Yeah, I think they'll probably go out around 3:30, 4 o'clock.
I think they're playing with 3:30, 4 o'clock your time, or like the time at the course.
Oh,
The time
I
at the
forgot
course.
about his time is the thing.
Yeah,
Time on the course.
I did. I would say 3 max. And I would hopefully say 2:30. Get it wrapped up.
Well, at Augusta, the leaders tee off at 3 o'clock.
Is it? What's Paul Casey doing?
What?
He's blowing it.
He's at
Is
plus.
he going to go over the cut?
He just made a double bogey. He's at +6 now.
Oh my God.
He's gonna lose to Phil. He's
Okay,
tied
he's
with
got-
Phil.
He's got 2 holes left.
Yeah, well, one of them was just a par 5, and he double bogeyed it.
Well, I mean, I can
okay.
tell you that TV coverage tomorrow is scheduled to run until 8:30 so 7:30 your time. These leaders probably tee off around 3:30 your time.
No.
That's what TSN has got scheduled for the golf tomorrow.
When was the last time? When was the last time
I
you saw
wouldn't
a
look at the
professional?
TSA thing.
They played the Shot Clock Masters, and they were still doing rounds in over 4 hours.
Yeah, but they almost always go over the allotted time, right?
At the
There's
Shot Clock
There's not going to be a
Masters?
light on the course.
Well, how long did they play till live? It was dark last night and they finished. I'm just saying, I think that they go later than you think.
There's a real battle happening for Low Scott between Russell Knox and Callum Hill.
I would just prefer Russell Knox. Russell Knox T15. It's all right. Let's make a few here, Russell Knox. Don't go the other way. Just don't do that.
Oh, come on, Ricky. You can't make the 15-footer and then miss this, okay?
I'll take a coffee.
Yeah.
Sure, me too.
No, you won't. Shut up.
Shit. Stupid shit. Stupid.
So who's right on this line?
Ricky, stupid.
Dylon Meyer. I don't know if anyone's playing him. Oh, Luis Gagne, Eric's brother.
Dylan Myers, the little nerdy kid from Illinois.
Are you only calling him the nerdy kid because he wears those glasses? Brooks!
Just
Brooks can't miss a putt. Well, Brooks is 4 under now for the day. So he's tied Fleetwood.
And Fowler's going to be 2.
Tyler Duncan's 3 under for the day. Tim, your boy, Hao Tong Lee. He made the cut.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, right on the edge. I'm trying to. I hope for his sake, Lucas Glover makes the cut.
Yeah, I don't think +9 is going to get there.
No, I don't think so either, right?
What's with you and saying A? Hey, have you been hanging out with your just very, very Canadian friends?
Yes. Trying to see here. Who else is interesting?
Well, it all depends on like the ownerships. Like the +8 guys, like no one really rostered Thorborn. He's on the par 5 right now. Sung Jae, I have some shares of. I'd like to see him either stay or no.
What are the chances Ricky plays the final?
Sung Jae Im's in some trouble here on 14.
Am I allowed to take a victory lap about John Rahm, or would that be in bad taste?
Oh, go ahead. Everyone else is doing it to me. You might as well join the party.
Well, I think I've pretty much done it now.
But you didn't do anything. You asked if you could do it, then you didn't do anything.
The guy is terribly overrated. Let's see him play at a big boy course and actually show up. Maybe next year, John.
So Torrey Pines is not a big boy course?
Not when it's set up the way they set it up for the San Diego Open.
I'll
There's
bet
no such thing as the
I'll
San
bet
Diego
you in the
Open.
next 2 years he wins more majors than Jordan Spieth.
That's 0-0 is I guess is a tie.
All right, then who are the winners of the next few major championships here?
This one's over.
Yeah, well, this one's already been declared over by Tim. So after this,
I would take Dustin here. I would take somebody quieter that you might not expect to win the British Open.
give me a fucking name then if you want to keep making these outrageous claims. Put some
When
names.
you say unexpected, like what are we talking? Like
Matthew Fitzpatrick is somebody I could see winning the British Open.
Okay, so your pick is Matthew Fitzpatrick. That's a great no. Make a fucking pick. If you're gonna talk shit, make a pick.
I would probably take like Matthew Fitzpatrick.
Well, okay, you probably make a pick.
I reserve the right to.
No, you don't. Make a fucking pick.
I just did.
So you're picking Matthew Fitzpatrick, loser. Okay, so if he's going to take that, you should pick Rahm versus Matthew Fitzpatrick for total majors. PGA Championship.
Where's the PGA again?
Belle Reve.
Belle Reve.
Belle Reve in St. Louis.
Matt Kuchar will win there.
It's gonna be
How's
hot.
Kuchar doing today? I haven't seen a shot of his.
He finished at +9.
He was one of those guys. He was one of those guys in that early lead.
Yeah, he sure was. And then he like doubled, and then I didn't see him again.
No, he's actually still on the course. He's at +11.
Oh dear.
Bill Haas is on the fairway. What's gross old Spieth up to here? He's on the par 5.
Yeah, he's line 2.
See, he got back into his comfort zone of putts. He started being like 11 feet away from the hole instead of 2 feet away from the hole. That's what was really burning him yesterday.
Well, there's no one in the world who wants him to make the cut more than FS1, so they have somebody to show.
Do
in the morning.
people even tune? They would honestly, they would much prefer Phil make the cut.
Oh, sure. Well, Phil, I think, is already now in the house. If Phil makes another birdie, he won't be playing in the morning. He may be playing in the early afternoon.
Yeah, one more birdie for Phil. He gets to like T25, I think.
He'll get into the top 25, and then it's moving day. If Phil tomorrow shoots 2 under, 3 under,
You know who I'm hoping is a pairing
then
tomorrow?
he could,
Is there any chance we can get a Spieth Phil murder suicide right now?
I want a Phil Hatton pairing tomorrow.
I mean, if
Oh.
yesterday,
That'd be fun.
if I had told you guys that Phil was going to hit 13 of 14 fairways off the tee, what would you have picked his score to be?
No,
Even par, one over?
I would say +8 would be my guess.
Yeah, that was
No,
the big takeaway from
It
yesterday.
is. That's what I'm picking.
Sorry,
That's my pick.
the biggest-
See how like when I asked to make a pick, I make a pick, and then you tell me that's not your pick. That doesn't even that doesn't even make any sense.
I would
Trying
say
to needle me.
the biggest takeaway from yesterday were the amount of bogeys made from guys in the center of the fairway off the tee.
Putting was tough yesterday.
Like, that was crazy. Guys were in prime position off the tee.
Oh, you think Matsuyama's going to hit his shot and then hit Spieth and knock him out? 'Cause that would be great. Oh, coffee. Thank you.
I will say, other than a couple of people, I'm glad that the players aren't whining and complaining about the course this year.
No,
always like
who's complained?
DeChambeau.
Bryson complained and Spieth complained.
Duh. Okay, Bryson, whatever. Spieth, shocker. What did he complain about?
He didn't like where the holes were. He thought they were very sketchy spots.
I hate him. I can't stand him.
It's annoying. I mean, for a former champion of the tournament to be complaining about this, it's in bad form. But for a change, everybody isn't complaining about it, so I'm glad to see that.
Shit. Good.
It's a par 5.
But sometimes off a short miss for bogey, guys drive it in the wrong places. Rose has a long par putt. He's going to drop 2 in a row.
And this is what I'm talking about with Dustin. Like, this can happen.
Yeah.
Like, Rose was rolling and hitting everything to 5 feet, then all of a sudden, back-to-back bogeys.
He hasn't bogeyed yet.
This is not Pebble Beach. He's not going to take an 8 on the second hole.
Who are you talking about? Phil? Or Dustin?
Dustin. He
Oh,
took
that
an 8
par.
on
Yeah,
the-
that par.
So were you talking this way when he was just winning by $1 million at St. Andrews?
He put it.
No, it wasn't at St. Andrews. It was Royal St. George's.
No, it was at St.
No,
Andrews.
St. Andrews.
He gagged it away at Royal St. George's. Was he also leading at St. Andrews by a lot?
Yeah, but
By
he
like
was the
1 or
36
2,
hole
yeah.
leader. He was killing everyone, and then he just gagged it away on the
Was that the
weekend.
one where Tom Lewis was the first round leader?
I don't know. It was the one
I thought that was the one
the
where Paul
Louis
Dunn. I thought that was one where Paul Dunn was the
Spieth,
first round leader.
ZJ playoff.
Yeah, ZJ
Or
won.
Leishman.
ZJ,
no, I remember the playoff,
ZJ
yeah.
beat Louis and Leishman in the playoff because Day and Spieth just missed it. Oh, good. We're getting our fill of this guy who's like mining shit out of the sand here. That's exactly what I want to be seeing with a few holes to go at 6 o'clock on a Friday. This guy.
Oh, Poulter. Did you see what Poulter just did?
Oh,
sorry.
Ian. That's a
Did it spill?
No, spilling shit on me.
Sorry.
that's an
That's a Poulter.
Oh boy.
So he's not going to get to -4 is what you're saying?
No, that dream died. That guy that laid the Dustin 2,500.
Well, if he was watching the live stream, he could have watched this guy teach him how to play a fucking bunker shot.
So we're getting the par putt for Rose on the stream. This would be a huge make. He doesn't make it, so he finishes bogey. That's pretty
Right,
bad.
Spieth's going to have that for another birdie. Keep rolling. Roll off the
Keep
green. Go when you go to pick up the ball, slip on it.
I
Concuss.
guess that Spieth Shoffley Grace parlay isn't going to win, sir.
Well, that already didn't happen when Xander made the cut like 7 hours ago.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to rub it in.
Do you have anything? Do you have anything new to contribute besides stuff that people already know?
Lots.
Look, give me one thing besides taking 20 minutes to come up with a pick for the next major, which you already had a pick
20
in.
minutes.
I'll make a pick for Carnoustie.
Sergio
or Tiger?
I'm going to say Sergio or Norin.
Oh, I'd love Norin. Oh
Yeah.
my God, Poulter could make like a triple here.
We got a long Louis par putt here too.
Yeah, but there's no.
So are they done now?
Yeah. And Walker's got about 3 feet for par. Poulter can make a double.
Yeah, he's got to be careful here.
Are you watching the other streams?
No, I'm just watching the golf or the Fox.
Yeah, so you're like not watching anything.
Oh my God, he's gonna make it!
Oh no, he's playing this hole like I would play this hole. They're probably going to have to move like TV stuff to get out of the way for him.
This is the thing about Poulter, because I'm a fan. But I'm not a fan where like I care if he does well.
Yeah.
I just think golf is better with him in it.
I agree.
And this is like, as much as we were saying, like if he can't be one of our guys, like seeing him win would be great.
This is why he doesn't have a major.
But this is equally as entertaining.
Can't even find the ball.
Like I love this. Poulter blowing up is fun. Poulter playing great is fun.
But also, he's going to give a good post-game interview now, too. He'll be all pissed off. It'll be good. This is his last hole, isn't it?
Yeah. Poulter in golf is great.
No.
No, he's got 2 more. He's got 2. Yeah, he's got 1 more.
This is the 8th hole.
Yeah, he's got
exactly.
1 more. Jordan.
His putt was like far from over.
Yeah,
Jordan.
Happy remembered how to putt all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean he shot himself out of the tournament, but it's nice to see that he's going to make the cut.
Okay, now let me try to do this for you here. Let's rewind 6 minutes. You just said if Phil makes a birdie, he's in it on moving day. Jordan is now 1 stroke behind Phil.
Is that 4 in a row?
I wouldn't say anything about Spieth. I was just talking about Phil.
But you said Phil's in it, and Jordan shot himself out of the tournament already, yet they're separated by 1 stroke.
How many holes
I don't
is
think Phil's
Jordan
going to win.
How many holes
I think
is
Phil could be in contention. I think he's going to win. I will say I think Phil played better today in a regular golf shirt. I got to admit that. Much as I hate it.
You're finally going to come off your stance that button down is the most ludicrous thing of all
Poulter's
time?
going to make an 8.
Well, then Poulter
Well,
makes an 8.
yesterday's button down was different than usual because it was made of like golf shirt material.
So he's moving up in the world? He's declassing his game?
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to.
Oh, we're getting some Bubba shots here on the 7, 9, and 11 feed.
Gee, what a shock that Bubba couldn't hang on at this place.
Bubba, there was no hanging on for Bubba.
No, Bubba was off the rails from the beginning.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Phil can't even birdie par 5s. He's got no chance.
He should walk behind the ball and hit his putter up and down over and over again.
He should walk behind the ball and do his jump like he just won a tournament.
Yeah, why doesn't he do that? Or try to entice everyone standing on that side of the hole in the gallery. Everyone jump!
I'm surprised that you guys didn't criticize him yesterday when he was asking for relief because he couldn't see the ball.
I
and
didn't
he was trying
see
to
it.
hit it.
If I saw it, I would have criticized. I'm joking.
He called the referee, the official over and said, "Do I get some sort of relief here because I can't see the ball when I'm swinging?"
They're just showing this on the live feed?
Yeah. That's how behind this is, Tim. Like that rose putt happened a good 7 minutes ago.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
But I think the graphics and the commentation or commenting and everything, I think it's really good on Fox. I think Fox is doing a good job.
Yeah, Fox is doing a great job.
they turned down the whole noise today too.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was annoying.
Tim's going to peek
Do you think it's real? Because
I actually do think
it does.
I actually do-
It does
I
sound
do think-
exactly.
I think Fox-
It sounds exactly
the
like the
same
golden
every
tee
time, too.
But yeah, well, it would sound the same every
No,
time.
because some balls will flip it.
Sure, but once it hits the bottom, it's gonna sound the same. It sounds like the
I
golden
think
tee
Fox
sound
is
effect.
goofy
though.
enough to put a microphone in every hole. I really do.
Is he going to get this in 2 here for a 7?
I mean, for the rest of his, I'm really glad we didn't make that bet, and then this is what happened.
So who's going now that him and Rose have ejected? Who gets to go off as of now with Dustin tomorrow?
Piercy, I think.
Oh,
Piercy
Well,
or
but-
Hoffman can get there.
oh my God! What's he doing?
Go, is that okay? I say that's like
Oh.
going to the bunk. See again, wait for it to stop.
I know, but that, even for them, that was that wasn't very good.
No, Fleetwood's back up to T5.
Yeah,
that
everyone
everyone
got
else is
to
melting
T5.
down.
Charlie to get.
Charlie to play with Dustin.
Oh my God!
See, I would prefer to see him play with someone like. I feel like if Dustin's playing with Charlie, that's like good times.
Yeah, I don't want him playing with Charlie. That's way too chilled. I
Who do
want
you
to
wanna
play
play with?
a European. Like, even though I
Yeah.
don't own them, Rose
Poulter
or
would be
Poulter
better.
would have been great. It would have felt like fiery.
Yeah, Rose doesn't seem like a very pleasant person to golf with, does he?
I need Hideki to go away a little bit. Yes.
Well, I mean, the way Koepka's playing, maybe he'll make an eagle or something, and they'll play with him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But it's a par 4 ninth is Koepka to finish. He's tied Fleetwood today,
Oh,
right?
I've jumped back into the chat, by the way. If you guys have things to say them now.
Here's Brooks second on 9, Pat. A birdie gets him to even par and a low round of the day.
That could end up, I mean, if no one else finishes at -1 and he makes this putt.
There was
We
what
saw
was
this happen on the
prop?
stream. We actually saw this shot happen on the stream like 4 minutes ago.
I missed it. I'm looking for those guys playing the par 5 right now. That Ricky Hideki group.
Hideki drove it hit it into the bunker.
Hideki, yes, his third on the par 5 from the fairway in that layup
Yeah.
range went in the bunker. But have we seen Ricky's on Ricky
I
and
haven't
Leishman?
seen it. No.
Harmon's done.
See, this
Why
guy-
won't they show me Cantley hit this 2-footer? Because it'll take too long?
This guy has him by too late for the fuck Rory party. Yeah. Yeah. We're all
I mean,
into that
I
one.
take no joy in seeing Rory play poorly here at all.
Why do you dislike Rory?
I take no joy in it.
I was going to say, do you dislike him because he's in good
Who
shape?
do you, other
That's why
than,
you like Phil? You
Sorry.
and Phil have the same workout regimen?
other than guys who show emotion, who do you enjoy seeing play bad? Just out of
Well, I
curiosity.
don't really enjoy, I mean, I enjoy seeing Poulter play bad, but I guess that's the same thing.
But I also enjoy, like I said earlier, seeing Poulter play good is also like equally
You
as
know what would be
exciting
great
at
right now?
times.
If Spieth just pulls a Poulter.
That
That would be so amazing.
would be great. So this is for even or +1?
This is for even.
What do you think Poulter does on the 9th hole?
I think he'll rebound. Poulter's been good this year.
I think he'll make level par, and that's what he'll get in at.
Bold.
Yeah, Tim always taking them stances.
Well, oh wow, you criticize me
No,
when I'm equivocal and I don't make a statement. Then I go ahead and make a statement, and then you jump all over me and say, "Oh, you took the safe."
Yeah,
off."
it was just like when you're just like, oh, now I think Dustin Johnson's going to win. When you
Come
pick the
on.
guy who's up by 4.
6 feet, please.
He was up by 2 at that point.
No, he wasn't. He was up by 4. He was up by 4. He was up by he was up by 4.
I asked for 6 feet. What is this? About 8 or 9?
That's a primo range where he keeps missing from.
Oh, shut it.
People keep flirting with holes in 1 too all day.
Well,
we've been
that
cheering
7th
against
hole
you every
keeps
time.
getting close.
Yeah, well, yesterday.
Hey,
was
you know what?
Jimmy Walker
Maybe
with it.
maybe Rory will make one right now just for you.
That would
I
get him.
don't need that.
It would get him right around the cut too.
Got to get him to 9. Yeah.
It's a nice shot either way.
I'm curious when we see a guy like him again. Tiger, we figures the Quicken Loans. Here's the
So
Brooks-
someone did. I don't know if they confirmed. Get in. That's not close.
Okay, so Brooks will tie Fleetwood, assuming he with that 66. Do you remember what the prop was for low round of the tournament? I think it was.
Oh, Bryson made birdie.
I think I saw a 65.5 somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I think I saw.
What low round?
Yeah, of the tournament, 65.
I think someone tomorrow shoots a 64.
I don't think.
Doesn't that happen every year?
Yeah, so someone early is going to go out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, there's no win tomorrow whatsoever.
Okay, well, fair enough. If there's no win, then yes, it is. There's a borderline chance of it happening.
65 maybe. 64 is pretty low. Oh, Hideki for birdie out of the bunker.
Don't we miss Johnny Miller here at the U.S. Open? I know I do.
No one does.
A lot of people do.
No.
There would be
I
nothing worse.
really don't think anyone does besides you.
Johnny Miller
He
would
might
go
have the
nuts at
lowest
the US
approval
Open.
rating of any golf commentator, which is tough because everyone seems to hate them all.
The U.S. Open would be because it's hard enough to begin with, let alone Johnny Miller telling you
How easy every shot is,
how
yeah.
easy
That's
it
why he used to
should
be
be.
so great when he used to do the U.S. Open, because he just used to dunk on people.
Yeah, it's great. He's an old fucking man who claims he's better than Tiger.
Like, he gave Phil such heat the entire 18th hole at Winged Foot the year
He
that Phil
deserved
hit
it.
and he totally deserved it. Nick Faldo doesn't have the guts to do that. He would
No,
have been very-
no. Faldo and no.
Also, Nick Faldo, much better player than Johnny Miller ever was. I'm just throwing that out there.
Sure, well, sure, yeah, of course.
So shut the fuck up, Johnny Miller.
But Johnny Miller's still a pretty darn good player.
He's fine. He is the Jim Furyk of his time.
Oh, wow. He's better.
well.
He's better than that.
Well, Furyk has what? Does he have 2 majors or 1?
1 major and a FedEx Cup championship.
Okay. And does Johnny have 3 majors
What
or
did
just 2?
win, a PGA or US Open?
He won the U.S.
He
Open.
won the U.S. Open at Olympia Fields in 03.
And he should have won it at Olympic Club.
No, well,
Yes, he should have. He didn't hit it into the tree.
well, that shockingly enough, that's a part of it.
I know.
I know it is. But if he doesn't drive the ball into the tree and it doesn't come down at Olympic, he wins that PGA or that U.S. Open.
So, All right,
We
Im-
just made a bogey, right? So let's get the bounce back.
Sung Jae Im actually has a birdie putt here on number 15.
Bounce back!
14 feet.
Bounce back!
Fowler has a chance to catch catch up to the last group with Johnson too, does he not?
Yeah! If he goes birdie, 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 birdie.
Right?
Whoa.
Would you be upset with Fowler playing with Johnson?
Is the Pope... am I skinny? Would I be upset if Fowler's playing with Johnson?
Well, just for you said you don't want the buddy sort of.
Yeah, but I got the guy.
That would mean he's in second.
That would mean the guy I own gets to stare down the leader.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Spieth. 3
But
feet.
doesn't
What? Watch
doesn't eight
out.
help him? 8's still good though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's not on the last hole.
Oh, apologies. Apologies.
He's in primo Jordan Spieth make a terrible putt range.
All right.
Oh, Lanto's inside the cut still. Lanto has made consecutive birdies.
Props to Ricky's left a few out there, but I like the intestinal fortitude, Tim, of both of his bogeys today were followed up by birdies.
I agree, and even when he's missed, and I've been watching this closely.
I know he's burned edges. He's burning. He's burning edges. His iron play today has been fantastic.
But what I like is that his reactions have been perfect. He hasn't been upset and angry and peeved off. He's been steady, quiet. Okay, I missed that one. I'll get the next one. It's precisely the attitude.
See,
you gotta have.
I blame people like Tim and the media for John Rahm's score. Because he went to go smash his putter over his bag at one point,
And he's like,
and he
told
held
himself
off
not to.
because he decided he didn't want to be on Twitter
want
being
to-
the guy who
yeah.
freaks out on the bag.
He didn't want
But
to
Tim,
upset Tim.
what was the best turnaround I've ever had in a golfing game when I played with you? What did I do?
Break a club.
Yeah, you
would
smash the rake in the sand trap like a crazy person. But you're not a professional on TV.
Yeah, but it calmed me down. It got all of the negativity out of me. I made a 6. I was playing with Tim. I was up by 4.
Is your 39 back 9?
No, this was like years ago. I was beating Tim, and I took a 6 on a par 3, and Tim made birdie, and I couldn't get it out of the fucking bunker, and I just took the rake and smashed it. And then I came back and beat Tim. It was great.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing up happy memories for me.
It was a happy memory for me. It's my show. That's why when you get the... What would be a name of Tim's show? Let's brainstorm this.
Top
don't
Cat
need a show.
Corner.
No, you need a show.
Do we have any good questions?
No, I mean,
Oh, what happened to Casey? Did we get home?
Casey in at +6.
Done.
Rick Thompson, just I switch over to the chat. First thing that's out there, miss this, Spieth. Miss it. I dare ya. Here we go.
Oh, and well, he's starting to whine too.
Of course he is.
Oh, poor baby.
It was the green's fault. You know what I need? I need to go have a good luck sig. I'm gonna be right back. We're gonna get Spieth melting down on 18 to miss the cut. This is gonna be well worth it.
Are we taking a commercial? Am I
No,
alone?
you stay.
Oh, okay.
Paul, you want to tag in?
Can you tell me?
Paul's
sponsoring Fowler's hat. Like, what's that P?
Puma. It's Puma,
Who's
man.
sponsoring Fowler's hat? What do you live in
It's
a
just a plain
cave?
nondescript P. Like, it doesn't
It's
look
the
like
same
No,
hat he's
no,
been wearing
no,
all
he-
since the
he's
Tournament
sponsored
of
by the
Champions.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
He's been wearing that hat in the different color schemes all
All right,
season
Tim, I'm
long.
tagging Paul in here while I have a cig and you have some fun here.
So here's Ricky on the par 3 tee, Tim. I need
Tag
this.
me in.
I need this shot to be good. It looks a little left. I think we're in trouble.
That's fine.
I haven't been watching any sort of golf.
Oh, you can't see it?
It looked left. It's
I
in the
don't want to
bunker.
mess with
Yeah,
your
it's in the
guys'
sand
feed,
trap, I
so
think.
didn't want to.
You can't swing this.
Fuck.
Hi, Paul.
Tim's thing from here.
Ricky shot a 65-67 on the weekend.
I've been following. I just haven't been watching.
Hi, Paul.
Hey, buddy.
How's it going?
It's good. Did I
You
tell
haven't
you
been
that?
watching, just been busy yelling at people on Twitter.
What's that? Sorry, I just put the earpiece in.
I said you haven't been watching, but you've been yelling at me on Twitter about talking about golf.
Well, I reported you on Twitter because I had to. I actually pressed. I found 4 of your Dustin tweets and I reported you on Twitter because you got to stop doing that. There's people with real money on the line. You already had your 3 picks, and now you're trying to ruin everybody else's time.
Well, believe it or not, I do not possess magical cursing powers.
What was all this talk earlier on today about the dark side?
Well, that was just me trolling you.
It is really giving Dustin credit that his wave was the more difficult wave, and he's got a 3-stroke lead.
He's crushing this course. It's gonna be tough to
Yeah,
catch him.
Poulter missed another
I don't
green.
see how it goes wrong.
Well,
on this course,
you
things
just
can
you
go
get a
wrong.
little leaky on one tee shot. You could give a
You
couple
get one
back,
in like
so.
the long fescue, and
But,
then you get a triple bogue, and then
scramble
anything's open.
with.
You're right. No, but you're just asking me how it can happen. You know, at a U.S. Open, you can give them back quicker than you can at some other types of tournaments. That's all. But
Certainly.
I would agree with you. I think whatever the live number is warranted. Yeah.
No, he's basically like the Khabib of PGA. He can't lose.
God damn it, Tim! You gotta stop that. You stay away from Khabib, all right? Like you can touch all the golf guys. You can touch.
Is that a fighter?
That's it. It's my favorite.
Oh, he's the greatest
Andre.
fighter of our generation.
The guy's just so good that he's been impervious to the curse. But like, I worry that one day it's gonna happen because every single time Khabib fights now, Tim is all up in my grill. about
Tim,
it.
I had too much
Making me
money
nervous.
this morning on Morocco draw no bet.
That's awful.
That would have pushed on a draw, and was so tilted after the game that I put so much money on Fowler to beat Matsuyama this afternoon. Got a three-stroke lead with 2 to play, so
Well, that's good to hear.
I don't want to call it over, but it would really.
I thought the Iranians were celebrating a bit too much for winning on an own goal, but anyway.
I don't know. You win a World Cup. I don't know.
I know you're excited, but like.
You're an underdog in a game. You know, it was pretty competitive the whole time from what I watched.
Yeah, it was pretty dour.
Pat smokes cigarettes fast, right?
Oh, he's a power smoker. Oh yeah.
Why, Jeff? Uncomfortable here?
No, I'm just curious. I don't want to miss Spieth's 18th hole.
So I was talking to Tim in the DMs earlier today, and
Oh, now you're revealing all the magic.
I was talking to him about how I needed the cut to be at +9. And he was just
guaranteed
like,
you?
"Well, don't worry.
It'll be like
I was
10 or
listening
11?
on. It's going to be at
This
least
is
+9.
doubles, yeah.
That's what they're saying about it." Immediately, I was making some graphics and stuff for the show. All I hear is just birdie fest going on. Everything getting pushed down.
Well, as I said to you in the
So
DMs,
because
I was
I'm not
quoting-
winning $1 million this weekend because of you, Tim.
No, I played.
I was simply quoting the president of the USGA. Don't blame me. Blame him.
Well, just
I take no responsibility.
Just it being repeated put us in this situation. Just you saying
Do you
those
guys-
words about "Don't worry, +9's gonna be safe."
Do you guys know that
Look where we are now. It's not happening.
Gregory got a birdie?
Who's Gregory?
The guy that
He's
was
the guy who's in
flirting with
GFL.
30 over?
30 over.
Well, he's finished
Oh
at
yes,
27,
yeah.
and he was
He was
flirting
plus
with
21
30.
on day one, right? He's
Yeah.
having a hot day today.
Who? That guy?
That guy Gregory, he's plus 21 yesterday. He's flirting with plus 30. Imagine what would happen to us if we went out on this thing, though. Oh my god.
I was thinking about this. You know what?
Oh my God. Tim's about to claim he could handle this course, I think. Sorry, go. What,
From the
you were
members' tees, I think I would break 110.
That's mine.
Right there in front of you, Paul.
Yeah, sorry. I just
Members tees, you
swung the
break
thing around me.
110.
I think I'd
wired
break
in.
110 with the setup here from the members' tees.
0 mulligans.
break 110, he says. I don't believe that. There's a professional. Well, 110.
From the
No,
members.
from the members tees,
tees.
This guy qualified for the world or for
No,
this
from the-
tournament,
from the
and he went plus 21 yesterday. So you're
You know,
saying
from
that
the tips, I'm
he would
probably
only beat
shooting-
you by 20
It
strokes?
looks like I'm fingering my ear, but I'm playing with my earpiece.
From the tips, I'm shooting 125.
You-
Immense words. You can figure your ear
All right, subbing Pat back in here.
I'm tagging back.
Spieth almost drove in the bunker,
Bye,
but he got
Tim.
the edge
Good
of
chat,
it.
bud.
He's in a pretty decent spot.
I was seeing that Poulter's in trouble too.
Yeah, Poulter's in trouble. Do you want to tag in for me for a minute?
Sure, I'll just switch seats.
Hopefully the stream's still running. I was watching it outside.
Oh yeah.
It is running. I can see it too.
I saw Tim was talking about Khabib.
Yeah, I told him to stop.
You know he can't pick Khabib out of the lineup, right? He doesn't actually know who that is.
No, see, that's not true. That used
Curse
to be
you?
true. I do now know what he looks like. I've been following him pretty closely for like the last 5 months.
You've been following what?
I've been following Khabib relatively closely for the last 5 months.
You've been following Khabib for the past 5 months, so you've seen him fight once.
So
Yeah, but I know who he is and I know what he's up to. And he's the greatest fighter of our generation.
I agree. I wish you would stop saying that.
But I don't have magical powers. I can't affect it one way or the other.
Trip Deuce, yes.
Trip Deuce.
Trip Deuce, yes. Is just what I'm going to throw out there. Tim would die in a bunker from too many cigs. Just like
Now,
that.
see,
Just like that time that we gave you the score when you couldn't get out of the bunker, then claimed you broke 100.
Okay, so yeah, you're mischaracterizing what went down.
They haven't shown anything besides commercials.
Well, they have to pay people, and they need to get paid. That's how this works.
What?
I know you'd like to live in a world where there's no commercials, but you got to have them.
There's so many.
There's no commercials on the Pat Mayo Experience unless give your what is it? What's the line?
Beer,
shake?
a cold shot this summer.
Yeah, what's the line?
Give your beer an ice cold shot
No,
this summer.
it's not an ice cold. The ice cold is in the second part of the read.
Give your beer
Give your beer
a shot this summer.
with an ice cold shot, a Jägermeister. Get it in you. That's going to be sponsoring a lot of shows coming up. So,
I'm going to ask a very dumb question, and you have to promise not to laugh at me.
okay.
Okay.
If you drop-
one second. Jeff? Fowler hit it out of the bunker to like 2 feet.
Yeah, he's looking okay.
So you're good. Okay, go ahead, Tim.
When you drop a shot of Jaeger in your beer, is that what they call a Boilermaker?
I was always on like when Yanni and I used to hit up dollar drinks in college. We used to buy the $4 pitcher of beer, then we buy 4 shots of whiskey, and then we would just dump those into the pitcher of beer. Oh, Patty
Okay.
Reed.
And then
that would be. I always thought Boilermakers were with whiskey.
Yeah, it's with whiskey. And then if you put Bailey's into Guinness instead of whiskey,
Is that the
it's
Irish
called
car bomb?
That's an Irish car bomb.
Which apparently, as my friends who just got back from Dublin said, they don't like that over there.
Probably don't like the little bit of a soft spot, I would imagine.
For the guy asking the cut question, cuts or Data Golf right now has 98.75% to be +8. So, in case you were wondering, and the one person was. Vince says he's not a Jaeger fan. Vince can't be a fan of you anymore. That's ludicrous. Give your head a shake. Then give your beer a real
shot, pal.
Yeah, Jaeger is the greatest.
Oh, it's Jaeger.
All
versus
you want
Stock
is to
just
sell
went
out in life, isn't it, Tim?
Listen,
You would just love someone to sponsor you.
there is no bigger fan of big companies, pretty much, than me.
I can't believe he hasn't, like, Chili's has to give this guy something at this
Chili's
point.
doesn't need it. They're going out of business. They got no money to spend. Tim got on board, and that was the end of them.
Are you back on Wendy's now?
I've no
I
longer
saw you
been-
like their tweet the other day about the
Yes.
IHOP thing. You were supporting.
Yeah, well, the
have
enemy
you
of
had
my enemy is my friend.
have you had a Frosty yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you're back. You're back in.
Yeah, I'm back. I mean, I was never a huge Wendy's person to begin with, but yeah, I'm back. However, the Wendy's by my place got one of those new Coke Freestyle machines, and I'm very upset about that.
Why? Just have the regular Coke out of it if you
No,
don't
but
want
then
to
I
have
still
any
have
of
to-
the. Why can't other people have the things that you
No.
don't want? Why
I
must you
have to look
stop other people? You're the guy who goes on.
Yeah,
about,
why do you
You're
think
the guy
you're
who goes on
fucking
about
King Ralph?
trans
All right.
fats and being
Wait,
limited.
hold on 1 second here. This is going in the grandstands.
Yes, he's gonna make
Don't-
this shot, right, Tim?
Just something bad. Oh, he's already spinning the club.
Oh, he does. He
Oh.
likes it.
Oh, get in the bunker!
Oh, get
here we go! That might be even worse.
Yeah, that's a bad. Like, how are you?
Although it looks like it's sitting up in the rough.
I think he's okay there. He should be able to get a club on that okay.
Yeah, if he misses a 3-footer here to miss the cut, it would just be tremendous.
Hopefully, he has to stand in that bunker. I want to hear one last. Well, we're not going to hear it, but one last. Oh, Jordan, as he gets launched.
Tommy says Spieth hit it through the green into the rough, but it looks like he's on the right tier. Oh, get in, Charlie!
Oh wow,
Charlie! It looks like Charlie's playing with Dustin.
Yeah, unless Fowler goes nuts on the last 2 holes,
or Charlie just gags them back. Mm-hmm. I really wish I was on Charlie this week.
What about Chucky 3 Sticks? Maybe he'll go on a run. He still has holes left.
Where's Chucky 3 Sticks right now?
2 over, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get to 1 under.
Well,
how many holes does he have left, Tim?
I can't tell if he's on 14 or 15.
He's on 17.
Through 16.
Okay, there you go, through 16.
Yeah, so I don't think he's going to get to -1.
Who's this?
Unless he ruins your no hole in one.
No, that's holding up this year.
You know what? It's probably going to hold up this year.
What?
Thank you.
The no hole in one on this course,
honestly on number 7, there's been a lot of close calls.
That's where it's going to happen if it happens anyway.
Well,
if any wind picks up
Tim says this every year at the Masters, then seemingly
the last
constantly
day
forgets that the
hits
pin placement on 16 on Sunday is the hole in one placement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen next year.
Yeah, USGA won't set it up so that it's a hole in one placement.
There will be one. They always, even yesterday, they made one of the par 3s pretty gettable. I think it actually was 7. Maybe,
yeah, it was 7.
Charlie doesn't like it.
Charlie does not like this.
Maybe it's a hole in one, though.
He doesn't want to hang out with DJ on Saturday.
I don't think hanging out with DJ would be that bad. I mean, it's Dustin Johnson. It's not Tiger Woods.
Yeah, you're doing a bunch of blow before you start. You're good to go.
Dustin's intimidating, but he doesn't have the crowds that a Tiger would bring with him. We're going to Phil or...
Is Dustin really intimidating?
He's a very tall man.
He seems like a really chilled out dude.
I like that Geoff had to take a time out because he had to go brush his hair. Oh, bathroom break.
Sure. Well, that's where the mirror is. The bathroom.
Yeah, that is where the mirror is.
Let's see here. Someone's asking about 6 of 6. I think I can pull this up.
Oh, here it is though.
Yeah,
here's the moment.
Geoff, you need to see this. This is the tournament.
Geoff, this is the moment right here.
He's got a wedge in his hand.
I don't want you, if he somehow makes par here, I don't want you saying that this proves that the curse is not real, Tim.
Yeah, because he's not winning. He was your pick to win. It'd be like me being like, oh, well, John Rahm didn't come last.
I mean, it's like you guys have already anticipated what I'm going to say before I say it.
We know you pretty well, Tim.
This is where Jordan is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got an awkward stance here.
And he's going to miss a 4-footer.
I just hope this is a really bad shot and you can blame the lie.
Oh, he will. He will indeed.
Please.
You think this is harder than in the bunker?
No, it almost rolled in.
It's such a weird stance that he can... Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Here we go! Jordan! In fairness, it's a very makeable putt.
Oh, actually, it rolled pretty well for him.
12 feet.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
What do we got there?
He is
9
whining
feet?
about
Oh, this is going to be amazing.
All right, Geoff, come
Geoff,
back
you
in.
need to be tagged back in for the final putt.
All right.
If people are wondering in the Millionaire Maker right now, it looks like it is 13% of people have 6 of 6 lineups, and 32% have 5 of 6 lineups.
You go, bud.
Those are the at Cutsweats is really good for this on Twitter. Now, shout out Nelson Adcock on this one. It's a really good, very good site, and that was from 9 minutes ago. Although if Spieth misses, that's going down.
How short? That's shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Spieth is not going to miss his putt.
Do we have actual math on how far it is?
Not yet, no.
It looked like it's about a 9-footer. And to give Spieth his due, that wasn't a great lie that he drew.
Well, maybe he should have hit a better shot.
Well, yeah, sure, but
All right, I had to go away from the chat because the chat is ahead of us. I don't want this ruined. I want to capture this in real time.
Shit.
What?
I don't want Fowler playing with Poulter tomorrow.
Why? You're not going to break another mic, are you?
No, not even close. I was talking about nothing to do with the mic.
Oh, okay. The last time you had that sort of thing, you
yes.
broke
I
the
get
mic.
why that would make you nervous, me saying, oh shit,
Because we're down to 3 now.
No, I'm responsible for breaking a mic. I broke a mic this year, it's true.
Well, you get fiery, Geoff. You can't be helped. That can't be helped.
No, that was just sheer incompetence. I'll own it.
You just got frustrated with the mic.
So what did Rory? Rory had one over, one under.
Rory actually played quite well here on the back 9.
Yeah.
He's going to make this to miss the cut by...
They all seem to have rallied off each other. They all played pretty decent this whole
You
group.
must hate Rory's kit as much as I do this
Oh
weekend.
my God. It was one of the first things I said when we went live.
Yeah,
but here's the thing, though. Here's
a deplorable, boring,
I don't want to throw this out here, but when you're in the shape that Rory is in, you could literally wear anything and still look good in it.
Oh, fine. I'm just
So
saying.
it doesn't matter what he wears. He just looks good. Great ass on Rory.
I get that. Even the Golf Digest made him look like the statue of David. He's got abs for days. I'm just saying, when you're Rory, I don't know.
Like you know when I'm not wearing you know when I'm not wearing my fruity cardigans and earrings, when I'm like 10 pounds heavier than I am right now.
Okay, fine.
When I'm really feeling it, I can dress like the biggest
I don't know.
moron
Usually
possible, knowing I look good.
Usually Rory's got a nice pink accent. I didn't like anything in the kit. Not just today. I didn't like yesterday. I didn't like the kit.
Well, you're not going to see the weekend stuff. This is it right here.
And there were a couple of years ago.
This is for all the marbles.
Rory had his own.
This is going to be fantastic.
I mean, he didn't have a Tiger Woods line, but he almost had his own Nike offshoot line a couple years ago.
I mean, this is problem range. How awesome
this is the
be?
problem range.
He's gonna make this putt.
I kind of think he's gonna make it too, but it'd be hilarious if he didn't. Oh yes! Yes! Ender cursed! Ender cursed live!
That's just an unfortunate
Oh,
coincidence.
cry about it!
That is fantastic.
Cry!
You know what? Rob missing the cut is fine with me.
Cry!
I'm sorry anyone who tailed me, but that is fantastic.
Cry!
I would take this 1,000,000 times in a million.
Cry! No.
Let's just see. Let's
Someone-
make sure that Lefty gets his par here at least.
Oh, this is fantastic. Phil's making
Even
the
the
cut.
guy, even Rory's caddy
Maybe Phil
can't
can
help.
miss too.
Even
Who knows?
Rory's caddy can't help but smirk.
No, but if Phil gets in,
I think Rory's laughing right now, which is fantastic.
No.
if Phil gets in this thing at +6, he's only 10 strokes back at the lead. He can still win this thing.
Now he can win this thing.
I'm not saying he's going to.
Dustin is free money to win, but Phil can still win this thing at +6, Jeff.
Of course, because he could jump
you were
Fowler and Rose and Fleetwood and here's the thing though. I was asking Pat earlier. I mean, with Dustin at 4, if you were to play the live betting tonight, how far back are you really willing to go? To me, it's like 3 or 4 over. Because there is such class between Dustin and 4 over. Like, there's a lot. Yeah, you got Piercy, what have you, but there's a lot of class in that just flirting with even par. Brooks, Stenson, Fleetwood, yeah. So
I agree with all of that. I still think at any major after 36, if you're within 10, you can win.
Fine. I'm not.
Which is why
Yeah, sure.
That's why the cut was there for forever.
I just got a tweet from Neil to say that you're playing Lost Creek tomorrow with him.
I am, yes.
He might live stream the back 9. It's him and Butts versus you and Stoylov?
Well, we're left-handed and they're right-handed.
Do you remember the last time the Stoylov was involved in a match play situation and we had won after 12 holes? And then we duped him into thinking that he was winning, and then he freaked out when his partner, who was in on the ruse, started missing putts on 18 from just all around it.
Is Ricky gonna bogey 18?
That was amazing.
But he knew.
Yeah, after the fact he knew.
Look how far off the green this shot's gone. It's gone.
That's all right. Just get it up and down. You're fine, man.
I want this positioning.
You need to do the woosa.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Jeff.
I want that positioning, though.
I am so annoyed at Spieth right now. Like, the one time I show a little bit of faith in this guy, and he completely rips it apart.
That was awesome. That could not have been...
So we finished bogey?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Like, that's so annoying. Because he went birdie.
Well, I feel this terrible show was worth it just for that.
Yeah, people would have said our master show was worth it for that incident with Duffner.
Yeah, I didn't think it was.
No, I know, but it just takes a little thing to make these worth it.
I don't know. Listen, the point of these shows is not to give advice or anything. We're both watching golf on a Friday afternoon. I know a ton of people that are watching golf. And they're probably just sitting at their houses watching.
And what makes this better is
if Fox but we're talking to people like the chat. People are conversing back and forth.
If Fox was doing a good job, I'd be like, what are you doing with us? But Fox has been so deplorable, in my opinion, through 2 days that why not come hang with us?
Oh, you just don't like Joe Buck. That's all.
I'm not even watching with volume. And I'm not a Joe. Hold on. I'm actually not a Joe Buck hater. I don't love the guy. I actually, of all like elite commentators, I think he's unfairly criticized. I don't think he's great.
I'll check on that.
But I actually think Tim Buck like gets a bad rap just because it's like the cool thing to do.
Yeah, but he's just so.
I don't think he's that bad. Golf is a bit out of his element,
sure.
But for football and baseball,
he's like Donnie when it comes to golf. You're out of your element, Donnie. But as a play-by-play guy, I actually do think he's quite good. It's just people don't like him because he's a pompous asshole. He blocked Wiley on Twitter for some reason.
If you heard Joe Buck on Stern, you would have a new opinion of Joe Buck.
I've heard a lot of Joe Buck interviews, and like when he was doing his book tour, like he seems like a good enough guy.
Do you know?
But, like,
the
way that he comes off, there's a difference. Like people watch me on this, and I'm a lot like I am as I'm talking right now. I'm not really like this in real life.
Okay, fair.
You're saying you're not yelling at me constantly when you see me?
No, not constantly. Not as much as I do on the show. But it's also a form of entertainment. It needs to have energy and be fun. I talk far more on this show and have far more energy than I do in real life.
Here's the thing. And I forget. Oh, Buck, yeah, just going back. Like, he's a pretty self-deprecating guy in real life. Like,
yeah, I think he made that switch because he knew everyone hated him.
Okay, fine. Like, on this Stern interview, he's married to Michelle Beisner now?
I don't know who that is.
Yes.
She works for NFL Network. If you saw her face, you would know her. And he talks, whatever. I actually don't really want to get into it. But he tells some great stories. He's been on Stern like twice in the last like year and a half, and it's just completely done a 180 for me. I'm a big fan. I think he gets criticized unfairly. Is he perfect?
He's the voice of North American sports as far as I'm concerned.
Over Jim Nantz?
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, Joe Buck is the voice of the World Series and has been for our whole lives. He's the voice of every third Super Bowl, all the big NFC games, which is where all the important NFL games are in the NFC. So, like, he is the voice of pro sports in America, like him or not.
Oh, this Griff guy asks, what's this guy's name?
Oh, wow. Do you know who's imploding backwards?
Please don't.
Just cost himself the cut? No, Paul Casey's in. Thunder Bear Olesen.
Oh, really? Oh, Tripp asked if we're hiring. He wants to lay back and watch golf and get paid to do it. I mean,
I'm not getting paid to do it.
Yeah, like also which comes along with this, the paid part of it. Can you create graphics from scratch in both Photoshop and After Effects, and then edit live video, host a show, promote that show, understand digital marketing? It all goes into the job. It's not just this.
Pat won't say it, but he works 80 hours a week minimum on his stuff. So, like, if you think he's just kicking back and watching golf, you have no idea.
I explained Pat in a nutshell to people, not to like just pump Pat's tires.
No, I want to hear.
But whether it's NFL Sunday or like a major Sunday night, like I am just beached. Like there's nothing else I want to do after all the drinking and skeezing I might do.
I don't get to drink.
No, because you gotta like write a Travelers article that's got to be up like first thing in the morning, or like you've got to like talk about a pickup call. That was an insane shot. No way!
Nagel gonna make the cut. Lindsay Nagel.
So like I couldn't pick myself off the mat on Sunday night after my guy bogeys 18 to lose the tournament, and then like okay, let's get working on next week like it's nothing.
Yeah, I would. Or something. I'm so depressed.
Yeah, I would need to like eat a McCain cake, chug NyQuil, hit 3 bingers, and go to bed.
I had a McCain's cake last night.
Of course you did.
Well, somebody bought it for me as a birthday gift. It was excellent.
I'll give you this one.
You give me this one? You'll concede this birdie for Matsuo.
Am I going to double? Because I can't make a double if he makes a birdie. Then I'm in trouble.
Well, Fowler's playing with him, so Fowler's closer than him.
No, we saw Fowler. Fowler's got 6 feet for par on this hole.
And what's Fowler beating him by? 3?
Yeah.
Hey, he made it.
Okay, so if I miss...
If he misses, you're fine. If he misses twice, you're screwed.
I push if he misses.
You push if he misses twice.
If he missed 3 times, which he won't. 7-footer for freaking par!
Still can't believe from the fairway Spieth managed to bogey that last hole.
Well, he learned from Phil.
Oh, Dylan Meyer on the number.
Oh, for birdie, though. So two putts and you make the cut.
You make great points, Pat. There was some bad, the ROM shit, whatever. You got to get over. Whoa!
Oh, he made it.
Yeah, not 2 putts.
But
Easy.
that
Oh, by the way, can the cut move? The cut can move here, by the way. We're not done. Lanto can move the cut.
Fowler has a sideways putt for par now. I don't like it.
Lanto or Tim Wilkinson can scumbag people on the +8 cut.
Who is Tim Wilkinson?
He's from Australia.
Cam likes that guy, right? I remember wasn't that a Cam guy from years ago?
Feels like a Cam guy. Is he awful? It feels like a Cam guy.
Oh, come on, man. We can't go to bed missing this putt.
Someone in the comments saying that Fowler's fiance is probably on Tiger's yacht getting railed. Which is probably true. I'd put that at 50-50 odds.
Was Paulina
Tiger staying in a yacht. The pretense.
Oh, Fowler.
There's meat left on that bone, too.
Shit, man.
Bryson.
Don't break a mic now, Jeff.
Bryson's -1 now for the day. He's back to +5. So that means he has a better chance of winning than Phil does?
If Fowler...
Listen, you make fun of me all you want. It's Phil Mickelson. When he's on a roll, he's an intimidating force. He's in an adoptive state for him in New York, where the people love him. And the crowd will get behind him. Now with Tiger out, the crowd wants no one to win more than him. So,
But here's the thing, though. We actually have a legitimate cut sweat on the go. Oh, no, we lost our feed. That's bad news.
Fowler's done. They realize there's nothing left.
No, it's an error. No, there is something left. +8 is at T60 right now.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was so focused on that. Goddamn Ricky also bogeyed from the fairway. Hey, Tim on 18 there?
Yeah. Well, but your buddy Gagne could be the one who throws it away if he doubles out. Or gets a couple of bogeys on the way out.
No. So what needs to happen right now? Sharma, Eric Gagne, and Dylan Meyer, who just made that long birdie, they would need to fall back if someone up. The guys we really need to watch are Lanto and Wilkinson, because they're both at +8. If either one of those two birdie, then they push the cut to +7.
Wilkinson.
But Olsen can jump up, right? And so can Im.
Yeah, they're at +9. They would need 2.
Okay.
And they're both on 17. I guess Tyler Strafisi. Strafisi. He could potentially do this too. He's
Ricky played better than the 1-under score. Shame.
He most certainly did.
Shame.
That's a U.S. Open 1-under.
Shame, Ricky.
Shame.
What did Justin Thomas finish with today?
4-under, I think.
Yeah, I think he finished even for the day.
Sorry, 4 over. I said 4 under.
Okay. Let's see. Where is Justin Thomas?
4 over.
Just straight up even. He's going to end up finishing like 3rd.
He's definitely lurking. Top 15 right now. He's definitely lurking.
Bobby makes a good point here. Stricker's major cut streak is in Lanto's hands. It sucks because I kind of want to see Lanto do it. Yeah, I have no one at +8. Woodland's your only guy.
Yeah.
Unless you played some Kiridish.
Nope.
But +9 brings on board a lot of guys, right?
Well, it can't go to +9. It can go back to +7 is what we're saying.
I see what you're saying.
So I'm done. I got a 6 for 6 in one of my bigger money entries, Pat.
What is it?
Fowler, Grace, Fleetwood, Noren, Cantley, Walker.
It's not bad.
Woo!
You burping over there, Tim?
No, that wasn't me.
All right.
It wasn't me.
Wilkinson did not birdie the par 5.
I saw he had 117 line 2.
He has like 1 inch to tap in. He just missed his putt.
Well, just for Steve Stricker's sake, I hope that 8 over stays as it is.
Do you think people are as intimidated by Steve Stricker as they are by Phil Mickelson and his man boobs?
Okay, Phil is actually in really good shape these days.
What do you think really good shape is?
For a 48-year-old man who used to be bigger, he's in good. I'll give Tim. I won't. I'll give you this one. Yeah. For 48 years old. You know what's harder it is. He's clearly
probably the toughest field of the year at WGC Mexico.
He's probably
so now you're hyping up WGC Mexico, which you said WGCs were a farce event before Phil won.
I changed my opinions when the facts changed. What do you do?
When's the last time a jobbers won a WGC? They don't happen. They seem to just be going to good
Shane
place.
Lowry won the Bridgestone.
That was like 2.5 years ago now, but yeah, you're right.
That's probably the last time a jobber won. He's not even really a jobber. He's a good player.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah, you make it into those.
Yeah, just get in. Like
that bogey on 18 just was a kick in the groin.
So the Memphis
I know there's a Spieth fan out there that's snickering at me.
The Memphis tournament, they said, is going to become a WGC. But is that going to move in the calendar accordingly?
I don't know. It might take over the
Bridgestone. It won't be the week before the U.S. Open.
Yeah, it'll probably take over the Bridgestone spot. And like Quicken Loans
Houston's
is going back
moving to the fall, so there's an opening.
Oh, Houston's moving to the fall?
Yeah,
you see the Astros sponsored Houston?
Good for them. It's a shame with that field that thing went sponsorless this year.
That's crazy too.
Like someone should be fired in PGA marketing.
Like how does the Safeway get a swing event? Like just Safeway sponsored. Like who cares?
Or like call up RBC and be like, you sponsor 2 shitty ones. We'll give you a really good deal to join this third one with a really good field.
Right, Lanto, I mean...
Do you like these Joe Namath narrations, Jet fan?
Yes, I do.
How do you feel about New York Jets legend Kellen Winslow?
He's not a legend. He
was
wasn't even like good.
You died? What happened?
You didn't hear about Kellen Winslow Jr.?
Yeah, what happened?
Breaking today, he got arrested. He's been
for rape and for sexual assault, kidnapping.
Yeah, kidnapping, rape, and sexual assault.
Like he's going to jail
that's a hat trick.
Yeah, he's going to jail for the rest of his life. He's a disgusting monster.
I don't mean to. I'm not laughing. That's horrible.
You are laughing.
No, I'm not. That is actually.
I know.
Oh, did you see? Also coming out today, as we wait for Lanto to get on the course back here, as we kind of track the cut. Did you see Cristiano Ronaldo got sentenced to 2 years in prison, but won't serve?
I don't think that's real.
Charlie Hoffman is going backwards on 18. Guys.
Oh, is he?
But they're not.
Well, they're not showing. They're showing us aerial shots.
I don't know what this means, but his third shot is 75 to the front, 16 yards to the hole. I guess this is live.
Yeah, here we are. This is his shot tracker's fake news. Sometimes we'll see that. It means he rolls it back off the green. Is what they're saying here. There it is.
It's just.
Yeah.
What an unfair break. That's what happened to Ricky, except Ricky's shot wasn't nearly as good as that one.
No, I think the Ronaldo stuff was true, wasn't it?
Well, but if that were true, wouldn't that be like the biggest story on earth that he was going to jail?
But they said he's not going to jail. He just needs to pay the taxes he didn't pay.
Okay, well, that's fair. He should pay the taxes.
Yeah, 18.8 million pounds. It was pounds, not euros.
Yeah, well, that's probably ashtray money for him.
Sure, but
sure. I mean, that's a lot of money, but I mean, the guy just scored a hat trick in the World Cup.
I'm going to say this.
He can just go out like Happy did and get a sponsor just to pay a bill.
I'll have a body in the 5 groups behind the leading pair tomorrow.
That's good. Just hope Dustin gags.
What do you think Dustin will shoot tomorrow, assuming the conditions they're calling for?
67.
By the way, we might get a Dustin Piercy grouping here, too, if Charlie screws this up.
You think he's going to shoot 67, Jeff?
I don't know.
Who? Who's going to shoot 67? Tommy?
What do you think Dustin will shoot tomorrow?
71.
Yeah, see, I just said 70 even.
Ricky's shooting a 65, so we'll be right there.
I don't think tomorrow.
What if Dustin shoots 85 tomorrow?
Are we staying till Callum Hill's done?
No, we just need to see if this cut goes.
It was the U.S. Open, right, where Mike Weir was in the last round and shot 81 last group.
No, that was the PGA Championship.
So is this his third or his fourth?
This is for par.
So Piercy just got to the group.
So no.
Yeah.
No, because Hoffman has a better score today than Piercy does.
Pierce first in, last out.
Is that how it works here? I thought it was best score.
U.S. Open's different than first in, last out?
I think that only matters in the third round, Geoff, because you don't control when you go out.
I've always been under the impression
Cooch for birdie.
Of first in, last out.
I think that's relevant in the third round going to the fourth, though.
Tim Wilkinson in the bunker on 17 on the par 3.
I'm pretty sure it'll be first.
You could be right.
Lanto down the middle of the fairway, 160 to the hole on 18. Or on 17, or 8, sorry. He's on a 17th hole, number 8 for the day.
Howell.
CH3.
What a great day. What a great little
Oh, Sharma dropped, though.
6,700.
Oh, so the +8 is looking good. Sharma made bogey, so now 2 of them would need to birdie in order to push the cut to +7, so it does look like +8 is going to be a lock here.
I can't believe Rom got me 7 DraftKings points over 2 days.
Oh, make it Knox. I have a Knox.
He did make it because they just showed a leaderboard. Oh.
Good call.
Why wouldn't he have been... They're going out of order on their leaderboard. That's what confused me. But they're...
I like it. What would say Knox was at? Was he at 3 or 4? 4?
4.
Tied with Cal.
I'll take Knox at 4. I got a ton of Knox, and I have him top 10, and I may have an outright on him. I can't remember. Oh. Rebecca De Mornay making putts.
I don't know who that is.
No one knows who.
You don't know who Rebecca
Demorat, very nice, is.
Mickey Demorat.
I love that movie.
Who's in the top 10 of the U.S. Open at the moment.
How good
I was telling Jeff earlier, he took a 2-stroke penalty earlier, too, for playing the wrong ball.
How good is that movie?
What?
Yeah. So he would be going out with Dustin, if not.
Oh, well, if that's could anybody bet faster on someone to shoot over 80 at a tournament than he would have shot?
Bill Haas is 10 feet for...
Oh, he just fell back. You just had to look at the screen. It was on there.
I was just tracking all those guys
yeah,
at the
so
number.
+7 safe now. Or +8 safe.
You know who else is very sneaky in the top 15 that would be fantastic?
Oh, can I guess?
So top 15 means that they're 4 over?
Yeah, in the 4 over range. There's somebody that
I can guess who you're going to say is real sneaky, and you think they could make a run.
Does he pronounce his name properly?
No, he does pronounce his name properly.
Okay,
I know
so
who
it's
it
not
is.
who I think then.
No, he's a former champion of this event.
No thanks. Pass.
Former champion of this
Jim
event.
Furyk is.
Oh, Jim Furyk?
Jim Furyk.
I thought you were going to say your main man, Brian Harmon.
No. I mean, I got nothing wrong with Brian Harmon, but no, I don't think so. But
What
Furyk, Naren, Howell.
Will you stop saying Naren?
I think that's actually how it's.
It's not how you say it.
This would be a tragic double on 18.
There is no accent on it.
There is actually.
Where I've never seen an accent on Alex Noren's name.
I learned it during the WGC draw when they were doing the pairings for the match play. And I went on his Wikipedia, and indeed, it is spelled with an accent over the E.
Charlie made
Charlie's in it even.
I think it's Charlie and Dustin still.
See,
but when he was asked what his name was, he said it's Alexander Noren.
I don't think he was asked that question.
Well, when he says like his name, that's how he says it. So I'm going to believe him on this one, not you. Oh, there's.
We used to ask Louis Oosthuizen how he pronounced his name.
Tim, can you be quiet and watch this interview and then tell me good points from it?
I can't watch the interview. I have it on mute so that you can't hear my television.
Oh. I want you to almost put it up so we can legally stream the feed.
That hat is so terrible. Oh
I think it's gorgeous.
That is so terrible.
I think the fact that you haven't seen him wearing the same hat all year is kind of weird to me.
I guess it did, or I'm sure I have and it didn't register.
But he also hasn't won anything, so what would you notice?
No, but he was deep. But he was making a run at Augusta, and I watched every stroke of that.
Millionaire Maker 6 of 6 with a +8 cut comes in at 13 or 14%. I can't really tell. It's one of the two. And a 34% 5 of 6 and 32% 4 of 6. So 5 of 6 is
4
live
of 6 going to make money?
You would need the winner and a few guys. You would need 3 of your guys. You need the winner and probably 2 guys inside the top 10. But yeah, you could probably make money. Like money back kind of thing.
Yeah, the one pool I'm in, my team is doing terribly.
Who would you have on your team?
I'll pull it up. Keimer was my my deep pick, so that tells you how good of a.
Sharma just bogeyed.
Who did?
Sharma.
I know. I said that like 10 minutes ago. You're not even listening to me, are you?
Sorry.
Jeff's got things on his mind. My team was Spieth, Grace, Koepka's doing okay, Grillo, Appy Barnrat, and Keimer.
What led you to Appy Barnrat?
I don't know. He's been playing okay recently, and I figured he's a steady sort of guy that no one's thinking of.
He missed the cut. He missed the cut last week, so he hasn't been playing that great.
He missed the cut on purpose last week.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about
that.
No.
He was missing three. Like honestly, he missed the cut on purpose last week. I saw it. It was on purpose. Which I don't know why you even go to the event, but maybe you just
really.
go.
And he was an alternate to the event.
But I guess you go under the premise of like maybe I catch hot fire early, but if I don't, screw it. Which isn't the right attitude, but I could see that.
It isn't. No, it's disrespectful to the St. Jude.
They're recapping Brooks's U.S. Open that doesn't exist.
That's true. In Tim's mind, it's been a race.
Not that it doesn't exist. It's just like
what? It's just what?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually
like when the Rockets won those 2 NBA championships when Jordan was on retirement.
Those teams were good. Those teams were good, though.
Those teams were good, and those championships count. But at the same time,
you
sort of like shrug your shoulders.
So if Jordan was still there, they would have won both of them in 6? Like that
Not necessarily.
That would have been a good series. Those would have been decent.
They would have been.
Wouldn't they? They'd have been just as good as those Utah series were.
Yeah, and then the Rockets might have even won one of those series. But the thing is, without Jordan, you sort of shrug your shoulders.
Does anyone here watch Fauda on Netflix?
No.
Hopefully someone in the chat is. Steph Curry looks like Waleed. And Waleed is the military commander for Hamas.
Wait, what?
It's a show on Netflix called Fauda. It's about killing terrorists. My favorite genre of television. I've noticed that, Tim. All the shows I seem to really enjoy involve terrorists being killed.
Well, I mean, that is great.
Oh, God. This is where we are, I guess, at this point of the day.
Hey, if you're still watching and you haven't given the episode a like, can you do that, please? They get on me for this stuff. This is why I always ask. If we're just like real talking and being
if all these guys, if Lanto, Wilkinson, and Sharma, that's not enough. We need more people to move.
Let's see. This guy.
If I were to have a beer right now, Pat, what would you suggest I do?
Oh, you put a shot of Jaeger in it. Get your fucking blood pressure up.
You are right. It really is annoying that Kevin Chappell decided to make this cut.
I know. This guy says, "Where is the siege?"
Good question.
This guy says, "Don't."
Probably in his dungeon.
This guy says, "Don't disrespect the siege."
The siege was trying to tweet at me today, trying to like intentionally get me to say things about Dustin Johnson.
It's funny. People really hate the siege. I really like him. I think he's a good guy.
Wilkinson made par from that bunker.
Too.
Oh, did he? What's that? It doesn't matter anymore. The too many guys drop back.
So
technically Wilkinson could miss the cut.
So is it like 99.999% at 8?
I would say it's over.
Over.
It's over. I'm calling it over.
Any weekend bold predictions for us, Tim?
I got some weekend picks, by the way.
Like DraftKings?
Yeah. Just based on pure numbers, what I'd be looking at, especially if the wind's going to be down for third round, because I don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Don't you just want to stack guys out early and?
Not always, because sometimes the later wave. I mean, the later wave guys are playing the best. You always run that risk of like, as much as like putting regresses to the mean and things like that. If guys are putting well, that can last.
Okay, so if we're done, I got to stare down my lineups.
Give it a quick.
I think Dustin's winning score is lower than what he's at now, so I think he's going to win it like 2 under. I don't know if that's bold or not, but I don't think he'll win it lower than 4 under or better. I think it'll be lower or higher, I suppose. You could say.
I suppose the cut could move if Wilkinson, Lanto, and Sharma all make birdies here.
Grillo, I needed Grillo.
So Sharma needs to make a 45-foot putt in order to push the cut. If he does not make that putt, the cut will be +8. All right, here. So guys to look at for tomorrow. If you don't like, the leaders of the leaders, single-day golf is really weird.
Grillo hurt me more than Ann. Ram.
I'm just going to sort by guys who have made the cut and have been the worst at putting. So let's see. Guys that you could potentially target. Ross Fisher is actually what may be like third in ball striking.
Somebody filmed us celebrating Jordan's cut.
That's fantastic. Ross Fisher is a name to look at. Who else here? Duffner is a name to look at. Man, Duffner's 140th in putting. Hao Tong Lee is second in strokes gained approach for the week, 129th in putting. Ben An is just ball striking and can't putt, which is kind of par for the course for him. But if he gets like an average putting round, he should be making some birdies. Jimmy Walker, but a lot of those have to do with chip in, so that's a context one you need to put in. Leishman. Leishman's actually probably one of the better plays, but if you do want to attack the earlier Wade, he's not going to be in them because he's going out later.
Guy 7 off the lead, going out later.
Yeah. That's where we're at here.
Do you know what the 04 cut line was?
Plus 11? Plus
No, plus 6.
Really?
So this year played 2 strokes harder, I guess, in terms of cut.
Well, yesterday's round was the hardest first round in the history of the U.S. Open.
Yeah, and I mean, the only other round I could ever think of harder in golf was the year that, remember Tiger took like 80 at the British Open when it was windy and cold and...
Yeah, that was also the year that there was a huge T-split, too, because the guys that weren't a part of his slate.
Sorry, I'm playing the video, but it's a great video.
I thought you were just playing a game. Did it
like
make
the movie?
cut?
Like that movie, The Game?
I like that movie. It's a good Fincher
That's an
movie.
excellent movie. People
Oh,
haven't seen that movie, go see it.
All right.
Which movie?
Sung J Im has 30 feet to make birdie and make the cut.
It's called The Game with Michael Douglas.
Fantastic
Yeah,
movie.
it's a David Fincher movie. It was his follow-up to Seven in between Fight Club. It was excellent.
So, I mean, it wasn't with you. It was somebody
No,
else.
it wasn't his fault. It was before Fight Club.
Yeah,
No,
I like David Fincher movies too. He has some misses, but
Yeah, that's a
there's style. Like Benjamin Button's his worst movie. It's hard to really count Aliens 3, but
No, that's not his fault.
why would you say that's not his fault?
Because
I know why, but
because the franchise isn't his, and he's being asked to adapt Ridley Scott's stuff.
I mean, I would say James Cameron did a pretty good job of it in Aliens.
Aliens is not nearly as good as Alien.
Aliens is better than Alien.
Yeah, see, I don't. Okay, well, you and I disagree on that.
Well, you're just wrong.
Okay.
Oh, Eric Gagne!
Oh, wow.
Game over. Eric Gagne chipping it in.
Is he from Thailand?
I thought that was a Bolivian flag.
Oh, maybe it is.
That's not Thailand.
It looks like
Thailand
Abhidharma.
Thailand doesn't have the full like.
No, it's not.
It's
It's not Bolivian either.
Is it
That's
Costa
not
Rica?
Thailand only has.
You know what? It could be Costa Rica or Dominican Republic. Both of those kind of look like that. I know the Dominican has the star on it. No, you're probably right with Costa Rica.
I'm just going to effort this.
You're gonna Google machine it.
I am going to put it into the Googles.
Let's see
Costa
here.
Rica.
Costa Rica?
Yeah.
Boom. Birthplace, Orlando, Florida. I mean, that's
Trying
one
to qualify for the Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, that's one way to go about it. Just say you're from somewhere else. You can be the only guy ever from that place who's good. Rick Thompson says the game is horrendous. Well, people think you're fucking horrendous, Rick.
Whoa. I get like not liking it. Like, how could it be? No, that's an egregious
it has no
take.
rewatchability, really, once you know what's going on. But the
No,
first time
I
you
think
watch
it's a great rewatch because you know what's going on a bit.
Maybe.
It's a good
maybe.
one-time rewatch. I get that it's not one of those movies that plays on TBS every weekend because you're right. It
And
doesn't.
listen, it's not Seven. It's not Fight Club. It's not Social Network.
It's
not
no Die Hard 2.
Die Hard 2 is better than the original Die Hard.
That's a lie.
So that's your
That's
take.
a
That
lie.
you don't think Aliens is better than Alien? That's fucked.
Correct.
You're fucked.
There's no way Die Hard 2 is better than the Yakatomi Tower.
Yes,
Die
it
Hard.
does. It has the father from Family Matters as like a key character in it.
He's in the first one too.
Yeah,
He's a limo
what do you
driver.
mean? He's in the first
He's
one.
he's not as key as the running the airport.
Yeah, what's his name? Reginald what?
Dennis Franz is it? NYPD Blue Guy's in the second one
Dennis
too.
Franz? No, Reginald Vigneault.
Yeah,
Dad's
what is his name.
Carl
It's
Wilson? Who are we
it's-
talking
It's
about?
Reginald something,
Yes.
the dad from Family Matters. Reginald Vell Johnson.
Shit, I don't know if I was just doing.
Exactly who he is. Yeah.
I don't know if I was just humming Full House or Family Matters. I think I might have just got. I mix them up sometimes.
So are we done? Are we gonna sweat out some Sung Jae Im action? Because I actually do need him to make a 6-6 here. It's a Dustin lineup too.
Something no one else really cares about. You probably don't care either. Tim might have an opinion. Do you see next year they're going to Hamilton for the Canadian Open?
Sung Jae Im missed it. Oh, they're going back to Hamilton?
Yeah,
Bet
next
Scott
year.
Piercy right now. Him and Dirt McGirt had like a birdie fest last time.
Piercy won it, didn't he?
Piercy won.
Yeah.
That's a really nice course.
Really nice course.
It's way
really
better
hard
than one Abbey.
course. Oh, it's not going to be a birdie party like the Abbey.
Yes, it will.
Yeah, I'm kind of sick of it going to the Abbey.
Hamilton stuff. Shaughnessy's the one you're thinking of that's hard. Shaughnessy's the one in BC that's super tough.
Sorry, that one
Yeah.
played like U.S. Open tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing the winner be minus 23.
What do you care?
It's just not fun. I'd rather watch golfers be tested. And I just think Glen Abbey it's too easy now.
Tyler Strafassi just got inside the cut line. An amateur. There's a handful of amateurs. We're going to have 4 inside the cut line.
He's inside the cut line for now. He still has 3 holes to play.
Why wouldn't Dylan Meyer be an amateur?
Because he turned pro like last week.
Have they set the date for the Canadian Open next year?
I think it's still in the same calendar.
No,
the same shitty spot.
No, it got changed. It's now the week before the British Open. It's the John Deere slot.
That might be worse.
I think that's better.
It might
People
be
will
worse.
warm up at the Canadian Open.
You think now we get Dustin Johnson and stuff?
Probably. He's sponsored by RBC.
Okay, fine. I think now we're less likely to.
Like, less likely to get who? Please tell me.
Well, I think Phil, Tiger will.
Troy Merritt.
Really?
Joking,
So you think that Phil and Tiger, who hasn't...
No, Phil plays the Scottish, man. Ricky, those guys
Yeah,
play the Scottish.
I get that. They were playing the fucking Canadian Open
I'm
anyway.
talking to
Who
Tim,
cares?
not you. But yes, you're right. Those guys aren't coming. But now I worry we'll lose even DJ.
They'll make him play.
He plays for Paulina and Wayne, too.
That's true. He is the
does wanna
adopted
win
son of
that-
Canada.
He does want to win that tournament. I don't want you to do something really silly and
hurt the screen? Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for looking out for that.
Yes, I live in there.
Yeah, Cam thinks that Tim lives in the TV. When Cam was here, Cam kept talking to Tim as if Tim was in the TV, like Tim could see him.
It was fantastic.
Did Cam have an ulcer problem?
I don't know. Like, if I have to guess, I'll say yes. Do I know? Did something happen?
No, Gabe was tweeting about Cam had to go to, like, the doctor or something like that. I assumed it was
Problem
ulcers.
with Gabe and Cam is they really just go to the doctor when they're near death.
That's true.
They don't
Gabe was saying, like he had been to the doctor in like 20 years or something before.
Yeah,
last year.
because I don't think Gabe has an OHIP card.
That could work. Oh, Tim, you'll enjoy this. My wife got me a birthday present when my birthday was like 2 months ago at this point. But she shipped in some schooner from Nova Scotia for me to get here. It took 2 months to get here because, each individual province has the government run. If people don't know, in Canada, each individual province has a different liquor corporation. And these people, Olsen to make the cut for birdie.
It bobbled. Good bobble! Oh, the bobble killed the steam. Thunder Bear.
So I went to go pick this stuff up today.
Thunder Bear.
Yes.
And it took over an hour for us to get our beer. And
Why?
From the post office?
No, from the LCBO. I had to go to the LCBO.
But someone shipped it to you.
Because they had to ship it from the NSLC to the LCBO. You can't just ship liquor across province lines.
Yeah, these aren't Oreos, Jeff.
So, here's your boy making his putt too. Stravisi. He makes it. I'll bet you.
Nice high crown, kid.
We ran with the mini fist pump too. So I go to the LCBO and that's a government. It's a government-run organization, right, Tim?
Yes, it is a government crown corporation.
All the young kids wear the high crowns.
Highly unionized, and these people were the biggest fucking slackers in the world. Getting paid $30 an hour to sit around and do fuck all.
I mean, have you ever heard the expression "good enough for government work"? I
guess so.
Was the schooner at least fresh? Like, it wasn't flat or anything when you got it home.
Well, beer doesn't just go flat.
Well,
Rebecca De Mornay. Putting it in. Watch
I don't
out.
like leaving my beer sit around.
This guy's gonna play with.
You don't even drink beer, so what do you care?
I have like one beer a week.
This
maybe.
guy's gonna play with
So you
Fowler
have
tomorrow.
no opinion on this.
It's not that I have no opinion. Oh yeah, unless I'm drinking a 2 for a night, then I don't have an opinion on beer.
You say you drink a beer a week, which is probably still wise.
Yeah, but his
Yeah,
definition
usually Sunday evening I'll have a beer.
isn't his definition of a kegger one of those like
Mini kegs of
mini
Heineken.
kegs
Yeah,
that, like,
he thinks that's a kegger.
Like that is keg beer. I'm sorry, that's not up for dispute. It's beer in a keg.
All right, cut off, Tim, please. This is. Whoa, say that again.
I could probably do a keg standoff one if I wanted to.
Off a mini keg of Heineken.
I think so.
Well, you need to videotape that then.
If anyone's
Next time I'm around you, I will purchase a mini keg of Heineken, and I want you. You've already said you can do it, so there's no risk to you.
You also said you could do a cartwheel.
Yeah, you also, as Paul says, you also said you could do a cartwheel, which is fake news.
he also said he could play Shinnecock in 110.
From the members' team.
I don't care.
And you know what the most outrageous part of all of this is? He did say Matthew Fitzpatrick was going to win the British Open.
You kind of bullied him into like doing something there.
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm not holding him to that.
Thank you.
So
I don't like to change my opinion. So.
Piercy's gonna go out with him. I'm telling you. Can someone confirm first in last? Ricky's gonna play with DeMornier.
Rebecca De Mornay.
The USGA may have different rules, Jeff, than the
Yes,
PGA,
you're right. You're right. But I'm telling you, on the PGA, even on Friday, first in last out is a thing.
Okay.
To Saturday.
If that's the case, then it's him and Piercy. If not, it's him and Hoffman.
And if anyone's actually still listening,
We got 175 people still watching at the moment.
Saskatchewan Roughriders +3 tonight versus the Argos.
This guy's asking for a keg cussed pay-per-view. Mini keg.
I don't know why you're laughing at me, but anyway.
It was like when you said you could kick a field goal or throw a football.
Okay,
and then so was I.
Then you got one lucky field goal.
How do we do in the throwing competition?
Can
It was
you
over after 2 throws.
Tim, there's 4 soccer games tomorrow. Do you want to give us your picks?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have opinions on all 4 games.
Give us your picks for. Give us your picks
I
for
don't
the
care
World
for your
Cup.
opinions, just your picks on tomorrow's games.
See, this is. I didn't goad him into it. It's just he starts talking around it because he has no fucking picks. He doesn't even know who's playing.
The first pick is France, free money over Australia.
They're probably minus 1,200 or something.
Well, we can parlay them because I have a free money Saturday parlay.
They're actually minus 400.
It's the only Sunday. It's the only day of the year where you have 4 games non-consecutive on at once. So it's a 4-team free money World Cup parlay for you.
Okay, so
France,
yeah.
Argentina,
Who are they playing?
Iceland.
Okay.
Peru.
I heard Peru's a sneaky team.
Plus 230 Peru.
And Croatia.
Honest to God, if you actually think Peru's going to win, you don't need to parlay these together. Just fucking bet Peru.
No, those 4 teams together are free money tomorrow.
Okay, so that's plus 850. So you can make back almost all the money you've lost so far on the World Cup if you hit that and win.
Yeah. But the France one is a great one to start because it's the first one out of the gate, and they're not losing to Australia. I guarantee you that.
I wonder what the draw is in that game. Is Australia like as bad as Saudi Arabia?
No, not that bad.
No.
Saudi Arabia was the lowest rated team in the tournament.
Oh, by the way, there was the guy, the football minister of Saudi Arabia says like he called out 3 specific players on the team and they might be put to death when they get home.
Why? Because they played
so poorly in the game.
I thought you were going to say because there's a guy on Iran who almost wasn't allowed to play because he played with his cup team in an exhibition in Tel Aviv or something. So he's almost like banned for life for playing for Iran because he played for his club team in a game.
Why we are cheering for Argentina to crash and burn in this tournament.
Why?
Because they refused to play the Israelis.
Oh yeah, they canceled an exhibition versus Israel. But
yeah,
I'm not.
That kind of anti-Semitism is uninteresting to me.
This putt was insane.
Tim wants a rail on anti-Semitism.
No, here's the thing. I'll stay out of it. I'll stay out of it.
You are the only one who's Jewish of the 3 of us.
I'll stay out of it.
I think Jeff and I feel the same way.
Do you just straight up? I mean, I feel like Geoff probably just doesn't care.
No,
and you do care.
It bothers me, but I'm not gonna me making opinions. Kind of feels pointless.
But Tim,
because I have like a bias in the situation.
How does it feel that Tim agrees with you? Does that make you want to change your opinion?
Tim is like very pro. He's very pro.
He's very pro-Israel.
Israel, yeah. I was thinking of another way to say it, but Tim is very pro-Israel.
Sharma double bogey. He went bogey double. He's missing the cut.
Too bad.
Im missed the cut. We saw Olsen miss the cut.
Tim, can I tell you something?
Sure.
And you'll remind me of this when I'm getting cocky later in the summer. Do you know what I'm starting to get really nervous about?
What?
That week 1 Chargers-Chiefs game.
Yeah, well, I told you.
Do you know why? No. Do you know why?
What week is Kellen Winslow Jr. night at the Jets game, Tim?
That's a terrible question to ask.
Tim, do you know why?
Go ahead.
It's not the reason you think. Well, it kind of is. I would give a toe for that game to be week 3 or 4.
I said this at the
because
time.
Do you know what's bothering me? Andy Reid having all this time, but the kid, I'm not so much afraid of the kid. I'm afraid of the kid like week 1 and having one of those like Robert Griffin. Do you remember his first game ever versus the Saints?
The Saints at the Superdome.
Where he's on his own 8-yard line on his ass, but his hands are in the air because he just threw like a 90-yard touchdown to Pierre Garçon or something.
And if you remember, Cam Newton in his first ever game threw for like.
So I'm worried about Mahomes going buck in his first game.
It's not his first game though.
His first regular season NFL game.
No, he played week 17.
Sorry, his first game is being the future. Well, I guess. What I'm trying to say, if people are still listening, get it. I'm just worried it's going to be one of these like loosey-goosey, like everything to avoid Bosa and Ingram annoying.
But by the way,
I tried to make this point back then: is that you didn't want the Chiefs week 1, you wanted them week
Jeff
5.
says.
I know. I want like
1 second.
Sorry.
Jeff says you got to be insane if you think Peru will beat Denmark. Denmark hasn't let it go in like 7 games.
All right.
Point taken.
Okay, well let's not even play the tournament then. Let's just go by whatever flimsy quote unquote game theoretic model you've got, and let's just let the numbers compute how these games are going to go.
Listen, I'm on board with that because I would do much better at things than I do now.
Like I find that type of unwhimsical thinking to be boring.
Yeah, but people think you're a fucking idiot, so they just pick against you, and they're usually right.
Do you think that bothers me?
Yeah, I do.
I
think this is why you make so. I think this is why you make so many picks because you're down so much. And it's the same thing. Like if you get one thing right out of 100, you're like, oh, look how right I am.
Well, remember when Jeff had me on the semi-heater there after I'd gotten a couple of picks right there when day 1.
But when you say a couple of picks right, you picked a golf winner for the first time in 6 years.
No, then I think I had like a couple of hockey series.
Something happened like in a consecutive run where it was like, oh my God.
So you had 2 things right in a row? After having 70 things wrong in a row?
Listen, it takes a lot of energy to get up every morning.
No, I was going to give him... I was really going to give him some love if the Jets could have won the Cup. That would have maybe meant something's up here.
Oh, this Glenn guy says, Pat, please close your shirt. Problem is, it's my fucking show. I can do whatever I want.
Is it Glenn Humplick?
Yeah, please. You think celebrity Glenn Humplick is hanging in here?
Yes.
I mean, that could potentially be true. I don't know.
It's really amazing Dustin did what he did. Like you said, he's the only guy from his wave. How many guys from that wave are in the top 20?
Fleetwood, Noren,
Stenson,
and Dustin.
Henley.
And Henley, yes. So,
and I guess if we're counting top 20, we got to give love to Rafa and Perez and JT.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say top 10, it's just Henley, Fleetwood, Stenson, okay.
So 4-6.
Yeah, it's not as bad as
it's the overall scores though, and maybe that's just reflected at the back end, where guys just went super big. But
any weekend golf, like a guy like Finau maybe for some weekend golf, pressure free. He made a lot of doubles. But
he did.
Was making good numbers.
He just missed a lot of putts. He was dialed in.
Shocking.
Yeah, he might be a nice guy to go early weekend golf.
Who amongst the top 6 or 7 do you think has the highest complete implosion potential?
Ricky.
Ricky?
Oh yeah.
Poulter. I mean, if you're asking like...
I mean, in all seriousness, the answer is Scott Pierce. He's a significantly worse player than everyone else inside the top 10.
If Dustin was like 2 shots back, I'd be so much more excited for tomorrow.
I was excited for Casey to be like 4 back going into the weekend, like primo Casey spot. But obviously he blew up, so we don't get that anymore.
I think we're... I don't know. What else?
Andy says, Tiger chances showing at Glen Abbey 0%. Is there anything less than 0% we can go? Tim, you don't believe in numbers. Can we go less than 0%?
I do believe in numbers, and no, I don't think he'll play there. Why would he?
So he'd play the Open, and then what's between... How close are the Open and the PGA?
He needs to get himself top 50 to get into Bridgestone.
And that's the week before
Although
the PGA?
It would be smart for him to go play Glen Abbey, so he could probably win a tournament. That'd be huge for him.
I would love for him to play Glen Abbey. I mean,
I think it would be good for his comp. He does need to play more golf. I mean, we've said this before, and he is doing it. He needs to add in this stretch before the PGA tournament 1 to 2 extra tournaments. He usually doesn't play.
I kind of agree, but at the same time, like, I think he's taking the schedule a lot like Patrick Cantlay takes his schedule. He doesn't want to get hurt.
And I understand that completely.
Well, it actually sounds like you don't.
He did run one back-to-back, though. We were surprised when he did, Riviera into Honda.
Yeah.
That kind of... Because going into the year, we're like, oh, my God, he's not going to go to Honda because he's
Well, put it this way.
He'll go to Greenbrier, right?
Yeah, they're replaying Spieth's bogey.
Tiger's 80th in the world right now.
But he's going to drop.
Yes.
Probably not. Who the hell behind him is making a big move?
Fair enough. But I guess, yeah, the dream of getting...
So he drops to 83.
So the dream of getting to Bridgestone is
and actually, Tiger has a weird outlier, too. Actually, Tiger might move up after this week in the world rankings. Because people who are ahead of him will lose their U.S. Open from 2 years ago. And he's just not losing anything because he didn't play.
Fleetwood and Brooks, 66.
Fleetwood.
He's still scheduled to play at his tournament?
Yes, so he'll play Quicken Loans.
And then when will we see him again? We'll see him at Quicken Loans will be the next time we see him, but when will we see him after that?
British Open.
Or do you think he won't play again till the British Open?
Well, no. Quicken Loans is in 2 or 3 weeks. And then...
It's the July 4th weekend.
All right, and then British Open's 2 weeks after that.
Okay. All right.
Then he might play once in between that and the PGA, then he'll play the PGA. And like he has a realistic, with a decent finish at Quicken Loans, he's probably going to get inside the top 50.
I've got the schedule right here.
If he comes top 5 and then makes the cut at the British Open, he's probably in. I'm shocked the WGC organization hasn't been like, hey, Tiger, you should just come play this tournament.
Well,
I feel like that would be better for business.
People have been chirping that should be happening.
I mean, if I were them, I'd be like, here, play as much as you want, Tiger. Go nuts, man.
They can make a rule. If you win more than 10 WGC or 17 WGCs.
If you're the all-time leader in WGCs by double digits, you get an automatic invite.
Dustin's win last week finally tied him in total wins since 08.
With Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Amazing.
There he is right there. Missed the cut, the U.S. Open. And it was all basically holes 1 and 2, wasn't it? Oh, good. Bob Weeks is on TSN. He'd be like, Tiger Woods maybe made the cut. I wasn't really paying attention.
So you're right, Pat. It goes Open, RBC, Bridgestone. He's not playing.
Yeah, he's definitely not playing Glen Abbey.
But there's nowhere to play after the Open between then and the PGA unless he goes to Barracuda. Because it's Glen Abbey, WGC, PGA.
What's the one that's opposite British Open? Is that Barbasol? The one where Wiley's going?
Wiley's got all the hookups. He's giving away the Pro-Am
Yeah,
spot.
I was thinking about going down and hanging with him that week, but I think it's going to work out.
I would say then, Jeff, the way you read that schedule is that if he doesn't get into Bridgestone, I'd say there's a live chance he might go to
Why? Why would he? Why would he fly back from the British Open to play stupid Canadian Open?
Because he's feeling good.
Yeah, he's feeling good.
Put it this way: if he's feeling that good, he's already qualified for Bridgestone.
Oh, you're right. Because Glen Abbey's a soft spot. Maybe he craves the trophy.
He hasn't played it since 2000.
This is his third greatest shot ever.
I actually think it's his greatest shot ever. I guess the 16th at the Masters is probably his greatest shot, but that was real fluky. The bunker shot over the water on 18 to win the tournament against Grant Waite, 2000 Canadian Open, is a pretty iconic shot.
Put it this way. He wouldn't be taking the Air Canada RBC charter back.
No.
Because the Open does supply a plane to get guys
Tiger
here.
probably has his own plane. Anyway, we got to get out of here. We've been running this for 3 hours. We got to wait for Paul to come back from the bathroom, though. My final thoughts.
I got nothing else to say.
Yeah, we've been talking. We went 3
Who do you
hours strong
win?
here. What's that?
Now, who do you want to win? Who do you think is going to win?
Tommy Fleetwood.
Jeff? Who do you think is going to win? Not who you want.
Henrik Stenson.
Tommy's run down these big boys. Tommy runs down these
I
big
lo-
boys
I would-
for a living.
If Tommy Fleetwood wins, I will. Oh my God. It would be orgasmic.
All right, let's get out of here. Geoff Fienberg, you can follow him on Twitter at gfienberg17. Paul Shag, who you saw briefly, follow on Twitter at Paul Shag, the producer of the Pat Mayo Experience. Tim Andercust is on the line. You can follow him at Tim Andercust, as always. And you can always follow me at the PME on Twitter. Shut up, Tim. I'm doing the close. PME on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And thank you for consuming all the U.S. Open stuff. This is a fun day for us. We were going to, Friday of the U.S. Open, major week. We worked the weekend, so we were actually just going to take Friday off. So we came in to do this because we were watching the U.S. Open anyway. So thanks for hanging with us. I had a lot of fun. Jeff, you have a lot of fun?
I had a great time. I wish Ricky didn't bogey 18, but that Spieth putt made it all the while.
Tim, do you have a lot of fun? It doesn't matter if you had some fun, so I want to thank you all for tuning in to the U.S. Open Live Cut Sweat Show. We'll be back on Monday talking some Travelers Championship. Like Jeff said, the call will be up super early on Monday morning. I'm Pat Mayo. If you have any bets or DK Teams Live, good luck with them all. I'll see you next time.